Oh, God,
He
not
right
today,
though.
man.
He right.
He
It ain't
right?
like he lying. Yes, he is right.
What is he? What is he right about?
He right.
Season is 3 seasons. This episode is 3 seasons overdue.
This episode is not. So Russell Westbrook
No,
wasn't just getting.
no. He played well with Denver. He
All
played
right.
well with Denver.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, he played well with Denver. Okay,
You
I'll
guess.
give you that. Yeah, no. I mean, he played well with Denver.
Yeah.
Full stop. He played well with Denver. Full stop.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
But there was some seasons before that. It was like,
What about this season?
And after 2.
He was just a franchise's best player.
No doubt.
Ron, you were setting us up for something. So as you were saying, Ron, as the host, how you doing, Ron? What's going on, brother?
As the host, as the host, it's my job to inform you guys of certain things, and I'm informing you that Russell Westbrook was the best player for the Sacramento Kings last year.
And Mars, if I'm not mistaken, and I know Mars is kind of chilling right now, but I got a question for you, Mars. In your estimation, who was the worst team in basketball last year? If your microphone is muted, Mars, we can't hear you, brother.
Wait, is this supposed to be the Kings?
Because it wasn't. That's all I know is it wasn't.
I bet you if Russ was on Washington, it'd be the Kings. I bet you that. But as you were saying, Mars, I'm sorry because I didn't want to.
I heard of Brooklyn.
Yes, absolutely. Where does
remember we did the episode where we had all the worst teams play each other?
Like the toilet bowl?
Yeah. Wasn't it? It was what the. Yeah, it was. I think it was the Kings versus the Nets, I believe. I can't remember exactly.
We were bad enough to be considered the worst. That's fine.
I mean, it's not a disrespect to you guys. I mean, to your point, Ox, the Sacramento Kings were a bad team last year. It's unfortunate that Sabonis got hurt. It's unfortunate that Zach LaVine was in and out of the lineup. It's unfortunate that DeMar DeRozan didn't play much. It's unfortunate that all of these things happened. That's why they were bad. Keegan Murray was not in the lineup, right? So they were a bad team last year.
But y'all had one bright spot.
You're right.
You had a living legend that graced your franchise and was the best player on the team. So I'm just trying to figure out why a guy what it was 15-6 and
15-5 or 15-5-7, something
15
like that.
Yeah, 15-7-5. Put some respect on my man.
Like
15-7-5, and I can't get a gig.
Ron, so
all these teams out here in need of a guard. What'd you say, Morris?
Like who?
Tyus Jones is employed.
Like who?
So
that's whatever. Who should be knocking down the door for us?
I'm not saying nobody should be knocking down their door, but
Ox, I want to put something on your mind, big fella, because you know I'm a statistician / historian of the game. So I want to put something on your mind real quick, Ox. This season that just passed, the 25-26 season, 29 of the 30 teams in the NBA, the only team was the Brooklyn Nets. 29 of the 30 teams in the NBA employed 103 guys who are aged 30 and older, right? So that means that of the 430 plus players in the league, that means 4 out of every 5 guys on your roster is under 29 years old. That's it. I say that Russell Westbrook in November is going to be 38 years old, right? So this is a young man's league, Ron. What Steph Curry and James and Russ and Harden, what they've done is they've tricked us into thinking that this is the norm, and it's not. The average pro career in the NBA is 4 years. Russ has played almost 5 times that. And in the last 7 years, Russ has been on 7 different teams, Ron. 7. Usually when you get to this age, we start to get to the point where we're running out of time. It's like, all right, it's time to wrap this up because the interest starts to fall off. Yes, Russ was 15-7-5 on a bad Sacramento team. Yes, he was. If we're looking to improve our group, if we're looking to go younger, are we calling Russ to help us in terms of going young? Are we doing that with Russ, or can we just get a younger guy?
Well, chill. First off, you mentioned the average pro career is 4 years. Russ ain't an average player. All right,
Right.
Russ is far from average.
Sure.
And then you mentioned all 4 out of 5 players are under 30.
Under 30 years old.
Okay, and the ones that are over 30 are exceptional. Russ is still in that group.
Just so we clear, Ron, of the 103 guys that were employed by 29 teams last year, that's not 103 guys. Like these guys that were employed by different groups. So Mason Plumlee was on Charlotte last year, but he was also in San Antonio.
Chill. Do you know what exceptional means?
Right.
That means you're an exception.
Yes, but
Is
the
he
point that
still,
But I'm saying,
though?
yeah, but here's the thing though too. Like, because I may know where you're going with this, but I'm saying like some of these guys are exceptional in terms of play. You got obviously LeBron, Steph, Harden, those guys.
Yep.
Then you have guys that are exceptional in terms of what they bring in the locker room.
Yep.
Character, leadership, things like that. The thing about Rusty is he gives you a little bit of both.
Yes, he does.
So I'm saying, like, even if he's not signed to a team to go out there and play, which he's probably still going to be better than your backup guard, maybe even better than your starting guard.
Maybe that's part.
He's still going to be able to mentor your younger guys that you have on the roster.
And maybe that's
y'all got to remember, chill, because this was a big thing last year. Y'all got to remember, Russ was the one saying he wanted to stay on the West Coast. Russ is the one who's cutting off a lot of the teams that are. He's making his options very slim. So that's a Russell Westbrook problem. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to go play other places, and to your point, chill, he's about to be 39,
38 in November.
38. Okay, like he's not the same player he used to be. It's every team isn't gonna want Russell Westbrook. So you can't say, oh, there's only 5 teams I'll play for, and then be like, why isn't nobody coming to get me? You made your options so slim. So that's you. That's on you, Russ. I don't see. I mean, I don't know. I got to look at the complete rosters and figure out what these teams on the West Coast would do with Russ. Obviously, the Blazers are out the question. The Kings, we're trying to work our shit out, and there's no sense in us having Russ. I don't see what the Lakers. I mean, that's over. That's not an option.
We did that already.
You know
we did it with the Clippers. We did that already.
Phoenix in the Clippers. Well, like
the Clippers, we already did that.
Why would
the Golden State Warriors, and Ron, I don't know if you know this, but the Warriors this 25-26 season, 8 guys on the group that were 30 years or older. They had the oldest group in the league. So now we're gonna bring Russ onto that group. That's what we're doing. We're not doing that. Right.
I mean, they tried to bring in LeBron, so they always
the age thing, like you run into the age thing that it's just irrelevant.
Right.
And like one of the reasons why I'm saying it's irrelevant because we're in a younger league, but if we're trying to get better, we're going to sign a better player, no matter if he's 32, no matter if he's 42. We're gonna sign a better player if we want to be better. Now, obviously, some teams have youth movements. I wouldn't bring up the Pelicans. I know what they're on. I wouldn't bring up the Memphis Grizzlies, even though maybe Memphis assigned them just to mentor them. But I wouldn't bring up the Memphis Grizzlies because more than likely they're on the youth movement. But like of teams that are trying to contend and compete, to me, it doesn't make sense why you would call Russell Westbrook.
But a lot of teams, a lot of players, Ron, don't want to be that old ass quarterback that's got to sit around for 3 years to get this kid ready. Some players want to play basketball. Everybody doesn't want to be. I don't want to be. This ain't the Boys and Girls Club. I don't want to be no mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not for everybody. And I'm not speaking for Russ. I'm just saying that's also a thing that might not be for him. You know what I mean? If you ask me, Ron, I'm with the overseas move. And that's not even a knock to Russ. Like I mean, I don't mean no disrespect. Y'all know I've come up here and said that I think the European players and all those other players, I think they should all go home and give their countries some of those last good years and play for their fans and stuff like that. I've been very adamant about that. I think that would be really good for their basketball, really good for their people, and really good for that. And Russell Westbrook obviously isn't from over there. But he's a world. He's a superstar. You know what I'm saying?
He's an
Still to this
international
day.
superstar. He's an international superstar. Yes, he is.
Exactly. People over there would love to see Russell Westbrook play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll go over there and get some big love. So I think Russ should really consider that. You know, and once again, I know he already said he wants to stay in the West Coast. I don't know if that's still a thing from last year, but shit, Russ should go over there and get that love instead of, you know, trying to beg for a spot in the league. You know, for people that are ungrateful and don't know what he provides for them, you know, in your words, Ron. So that'd be dope for him to go overseas and get that love and still get a good bag too.
What Ron sounds to me like right now, Ron sounds like that family member that won't let go. Ron, it's time.
Let go
It
of
is.
what?
It's time. It is. And what I mean when I say let go, Ox, that family member that, you know, it's time to let him go. It is. It's time to let them. You want to hold on to them because you ain't ready for them to leave. Even though they ready to go, you ain't ready for them to go. And you ain't ready to see Russ leave. Ron, I was the same way with Jay in 2003. Jay came in the league. I was in the 4th grade. I wasn't ready to see Jay go, even though it was clear that he was over. It was obvious that he was over. Remember who we talking about here, Ron? We talking about a dude who you bigging up that's 15, 7, and 5. Just so you know, Russell Westbrook led the league in scoring at one point. Russell Westbrook led the league in assists at one point. Russell Westbrook wasn't a serviceable point guard.
LeBron James led the league in scoring and assists too.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like we might as well tell Bron to pack out because
I've been saying that.
I'm not saying, but like at the end of the day, like
out of your fucking minds.
This ain't news.
This isn't the same thing at all.
It's really not. To be honest with you,
it is the same thing. Actually,
it's not.
It's ex-player.
It's exactly the same
thing. So they should let it go. Say it. Ron is better than Russ. Cool. Sky blue, grass green. But the premise of he is so much worse than he used to be. He should just let it wrap it up. That's the exact same premise for LeBron James. Whether or not LeBron James is still clearly better than Russell Westbrook or not, because LeBron James at his best was also clearly better than Russell Westbrook. He went from GOAT level to look, he's still all-star caliber. Russell Westbrook went from look, he's an amazing player to now he's 15, 7, and 5. They both fell off precipitously.
Yes,
they both might as well just pack it up. It's the same
falling
thing.
Off and I can't use you anymore to falling off. But you're still gonna contribute.
But that's where obviously I think Ron disagrees that Russ is unusable.
He's not unusable, but he's not usable to the degree of LeBron James. So that's why I'm saying those are two completely things. Yeah, but what I don't want to do.
But the premise is still the same.
I want to put this in the.
Right. But yeah, I feel you on that. But that's not my premise. I'm saying a completely different.
I disagree with the premise regardless. I also don't think being worse than what you used to be means anything. If Russell Westbrook's still NBA caliber and wants to play in the NBA, it doesn't matter that he's not what he used to be. He's better. He's better than players who are in the NBA.
And maybe
he's better than DeAndre. He's better than DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan just got re-upped.
Yes, he did.
He's better than him.
And they made a mistake. And they made a mistake doing that too. They 100% made a mistake doing that. But I think the issue, to Ox's point, is what's going on with Russ now. Like Russ might not be the caliber player that he used to be. But remember who we talking about here. Like, this ain't about money. Russ is, I think, and you can fact check me on this. I'm not totally sure, but I think Russ is 5th all time in NBA checks. This ain't including the Jordan checks. This ain't including the merchandise checks. This is just NBA checks. I think he's 5th, or he's made the 5th most money in NBA history, right? Which means that I ain't here for the bread. This isn't really what I'm about. I'm about playing basketball. Okay, so turning 38 years old, how viable is Russell Westbrook, who I put him in the same category with a guy like Terrell Owens. And when I say Terrell Owens, I don't mean like a problem in the locker room. I mean like when he walk into your camp, your starting point guard, we got a problem. And the reason why we got a problem, because I'm trying to develop this guy. And here come this guy who still got some of the goods, and he might screw my guy up. But I'm not going to have him around for a long time. So that's a problem moving forward. That's number one.
Whatever happened to a little competition, Chill?
Nothing's wrong with a little competition, Ox.
Whatever happened to pushing one of these young punks to be great?
I got no problem with that. The problem that I have is that Russ is still in that space where he can still be like viable to your group. And I think teams just want to move on from him more than they want to move on from his game.
Okay,
Russ is too good for the NBA.
That's crazy to me. Like if and once again, that's what I was saying. I think he should just go overseas just for the love of the game, not because he can't play in the NBA. It's just that it's just too much going on. I don't know what the bad rap is on Russ. Everybody
there is
says
none.
He's great. They say he's a great.
He's a great teammate.
You know what
great
I'm saying? That's what they say. But we still are talking about an older, turnover-prone guard that has flaws to his game. But to Mars's point, he's still better than players that are signed in the NBA. Like it's.
But Ox, can I use that spot?
Could you use that spot? I mean, you can.
Can I use that spot to develop a young guy instead of this old dude that's turning the basketball over?
If that's what you want, if that's what you're trying to do. But there are some teams that I think could possibly use Russell Westbrook. Now, and I mean, obviously, it's only June 29th. Russ will probably get signed. Yeah, my bad. July 29th. Russ will probably get signed somewhere. Like somebody's gonna sign Russell Westbrook if he wants to play in the NBA still. You know what I mean? There's still time. So I don't think we're sitting here talking about like, oh my God, Russ will never play again. Like he'll get signed. Of course he will. But where and for what reasons is what I'm saying. Like,
how long did it take Russ last season before Sacramento said, yeah, we good? And what are the things?
It was a while. He was on the board for a while.
That's what I'm saying. And what are the things that had to happen before Sacramento said, yeah, Russ, come on down? Before they said that, because they already had Dennis Schroeder on the roster, and that went bad, right? That didn't work. In addition to having Schroeder on the roster, I mean, who else did they have at the lead guard spot?
Oh God, the kid from Providence.
Yeah, Carter. That's who. This is who we had. So essentially, Carter. This is the.
He in Atlanta now. He's gonna have a career.
That's just not funny.
This is what we have left. Like, so it didn't work with Schroeder, so we got Carter left. You know what? Russell Westbrook is available. How about we bring Russ in to put some butts in the seats, because Russ is box office still. Like, there's people who still want to see Russ. Is that not fair? I think that there's people who still want to see Russ. So I think some people in Sacramento did that. But it came down to the almost training camp starting, or did training camp had already started before they called Russ? Because I don't think Russ was there. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it took a minute. So now we're in a space where he's a year older. The Eastern Conference, as we already talked about, nightmare. The Western Conference, we already hearing teams like I'm already hearing teams like, I don't know, the Trailblazers and Drew Holiday might be talking about a buyout. That's not happening. I don't see that happening at all.
The Blazers better chill, because
I don't see that happening at all. I say that to say, if Russell Westbrook could still play at the level that's expected of him, I think that's the most important thing. The level that's expected.
I bet you the Spurs would have won a championship with him last year.
I bet you they.
I bet you take that one fraud off the team. I bet you the Spurs would have won a championship.
You know the crazy thing, Ox? It's crazy that because we talk.
I bet you they'd rather have. I bet you they rather have Russ than him.
And
especially when you add up the money. Especially when you do that.
The reason why this logic doesn't work.
Especially when you need somebody to come in and stop all these damn turnovers. Let's call Russell Westbrook.
That's the thing, though.
I got an idea.
That's the thing, though. Hey,
if we have turnover problems, let's call Russell Westbrook.
No, it's not what I'm saying. That's not what I said, Ron. That's not what I said. I said what I said, nigga. They would have won the championship with Russell Westbrook. That's what I said. If he turning the ball over and can't score a goddamn bucket, at least Russ gonna turn the ball over. He gonna get some assists. He gonna get Wemby off. He gonna get Devin Vassell off. He gonna get to the rack. He gonna get steals. He gonna get fast break buckets. At least Russ gonna do something else.
What De'Aaron Fox did.
Sure. That's what De'Aaron Fox did.
But this goes back to my original logic, Ron. So take De'Aaron Fox off the table, right? And let's put a rook in who did what De'Aaron Fox did. You know how we talking about him? Yo, we got a bright future. We on our way. These are growing pains. This guy is young. If Russell Westbrook is on that roster and he plays the way he plays and they lose, get Russ off my roster. Get Russ out of here. He's the reason why we lost. Ron, don't sit there and talk to us about Russell Westbrook being on that San Antonio Spurs team and then winning the NBA championship with him. Hell no. What the am I listening to right now?
I promise you he outplays. If Russell Westbrook is on that team,
goodness.
I promise you he outplays what De'Aaron Fox did.
He's turning over the basketball.
I promise you.
Oh, my God. He's turning over. If De'Aaron Fox is turning over the basketball, Russell Westbrook is turning over the basketball. He's missing shots. He's doing this sort of stuff, and it's not working. And they end up
y'all
losing.
doing this thing. Y'all doing this rusting again. Y'all doing this rusting again. I could have said prime Russ, and y'all would have brought up turnovers and missed shots.
Prime Russell Westbrook, Ron. Come on.
No, we're not doing that, Ron.
You guys have done that all of Russ's career. All it has been is turnovers and missed shots. That's all it is.
Turnover prone, but at least he used to be awesome.
Turnover. Hey, that's all you guys bring up when it comes to Russell Westbrook. Turnovers and ill-advised shots. That's all y'all bring up.
He did a lot of that shit, but he was still awesome. Like,
yeah, that's not true, Ron.
Just like he did that last year and he was still good. Just like he did that on Denver and he was still good.
Today, Ron, in July 26, who's a better basketball player?
Between who?
Russ and De'Aaron
Who are we talking about, Ron?
I bet you in June, Russell Westbrook would have outplayed De'Aaron Fox against the New York Knicks.
Who had a better season this year? Who had a better season, Ron?
Who had a better season?
Yeah.
We can say De'Aaron.
Let me ask you this, Ron. Let's stay right there, Ron. Russell Westbrook in Denver. Is he better than this De'Aaron Fox last season in San Antonio?
In the regular season, no.
But in the postseason also.
Yes.
Oh, so Russ played good in those playoffs? Yeah.
He was really good. He was really good against the Clippers. He was egregious against OKC.
Awful.
No, he was just in general. He was really good against the Clippers. He was. I'm not gonna say he damn near lost them the series against the Thunder, but he was bad.
He didn't help them. Let's keep it that.
He was really bad.
He hurt his ankle. So you know how that go.
De'Aaron Fox.
You know how that go, man.
Bro, could you stop? Like, if we're talking about peak Russell Westbrook, if he was on those Spurs, like, yeah, but hell yeah, they win.
Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
Are you guys sure?
You gotta stop acting like that's what we're talking about. Let's have a serious conversation.
I'm comfortable with that. Yes.
Russ is once again, I think Russ can still play in the NBA. I think there are some teams, not every team. There's a handful of teams that could actually use Russell Westbrook. With that being said, I think for the love of the game, for the love of basketball, go play overseas. Go get that bag.
Don't go do that. Don't go do that, Russ.
Why not?
Don't go do that.
Why not? Right? That's not a bad thing, bro. That's a good way to end the book, bro. You
too good for that, Russ. You too good for that.
Ron, to go to I don't know, Israel, to go to the Euro League.
Russell Westbrook don't need the Euro League to go to Israel and Greece.
Or right.
To go play basketball, he does. Of course,
to get $20 million,
he can go visit anywhere.
Even though it ain't about the bread.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Like,
it's not about the bread.
It's about basketball. It's not about
the
it's about hoop. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. See, I was always taught to just not really go places you're not welcome. If you're not invited, then like stop showing up.
That's why he left Denver. That's why he didn't go back to Denver.
Go somewhere where people appreciate you. Go feel some love. I think Russ needs that. These last 5 seasons have been kind of hard on Russ, you know.
Ron, if we're talking about Russell Westbrook today, right? We talk, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to talk about Russ like he's a detriment. Like, I want to talk about how awesome was Russell Westbrook. I don't want to do that. Like, when we talk about Russ, because I know how you feel about Russ. Like, how, in your estimation, Ron, how awesome was Russ? I think he was a top 5 player in the game at one point, definitively. I don't think it was a question whether or not he was a top 5 player. And I think that was going on for multiple years. I don't think that was going on for like 1 year. I think Russell Westbrook was a top 5 player for probably 2 years. I think in 20, let's see. James, KD, Leonard. Let's see, James, KD, Leonard, Harden, Curry.
It was tough to be top 5, man.
It was hard. And I think Russ from around like 14, 15 to that
19.
MVP year, I think that I'm not going that far. No, Ron, we ain't doing that. No, we're not doing that. I think from 14, 15 to his MVP season, I think that he was anywhere between 6 and 4. I think he was anywhere between that speed. I'm sorry, 4 and 6. He was right in that area. As good as he, I mean, when we got a guy who's leading the league in scoring, we got a guy who's leading the league in assists. We got a guy who's the best athlete, lead guard in the game since Jason Kidd. Like, that's going on, I think. So with that being said, like Russ left the mark. As if Russ decided to quit today, Russ left the mark that is not going to be seen again for a long time, for a really long time. I mean,
and it's still not going to be appreciated.
But what that is? Would it be because he didn't win an NBA championship, Ron, or is it just not going to be appreciated because of the other?
I think
stuff
a couple. We talk about this a lot. I think a couple generations from now, or after this generation, the next generation, they may respect Russ. But this current generation, and our generation, and then chill your generation, he's not going to get respected. And it's simply because of what I said earlier, how you guys perceive Russ. Turnovers, ill-advised shots. He's just not.
And with those ill-advised shots, with those turnovers, is it because Russ left more to be desired? What I mean when I say that, Ron, is I felt like Russell Westbrook, from an athletic standpoint, even just moving over from the 2 to the 1, I felt like there was more there that it could have been. Even though Russ was one of the better clutch players in the game, even though Russ was one of the better distributors in the game, even though Russ was a good defender, he wasn't terrible. He was a good defender. All of this stuff being said, I felt like that there was more there. Even if it was less of this, it could have been more of Russ at the lead guard spot.
Did James Harden leave more to be desired?
Yes, I think so. I do think the playoff woes, I feel like, are the same, are in the same neighborhood. And when I say in the same neighborhood, I don't mean that he played as bad as Russ or Russ played as bad as him. I mean, with the playoff woes that he had, he left a lot to be desired of what he could have been come playoff time. Like, he was awesome in certain games in the playoffs. It's just this last season, if I'm not mistaken, even though he was bad, a lot of the times there were games where, I mean, I want to say it was game 5, game 6, either game 4 or game 6, where they went to James Harden like 4 straight trips and he iced the game. This is in the playoffs. Like, that's a big deal, right? So he didn't stink it up every night in the playoffs. That's not what happened with James Harden, right? And I say that the same logic applies to Russ. Like, he didn't stink it up every night. But like the times when he was awesome, it was almost like Russ was awesome, or it was this. Like the in-between Russ. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that Russ, he only knew one gear, and that was go. There was no in-between with Russ. It was go and keep going. Whether it was in the meat and potatoes of the game or when the ball went up, it was go.
So basically what you're saying is turnovers and ill-advised shots.
I'm not saying that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Russell Westbrook left a mark on the NBA that I have yet to have seen, and I don't think that I'm going to see in years to come.
So if he did that, then how did he leave more to be desired?
The reason why,
if I've done things that a handful of people, literally speaking, handful of people have done, how have I left more to be desired?
The same thing we talked about yesterday, Ron, when we talked about a guy who averages 21 a game, and that 21 goes to 29. Like we was talking about Cooper Flagg, if that 21 goes to 29, but we doing a whole bunch of extracurricular stuff, and it's not nearly working as well, as opposed to a guy who he could dumb down that 24 a game is way different than him getting 29, and it's way more productive to what we doing.
He did that.
So with Russell Westbrook, the Steve Nash is a prime example of that. Steve Nash, with the 18 a game that he averaged, could Steve Nash have averaged 20, 22, 23 a game? He probably could have done that. It might not have looked the same. It might not have been as legit, but that 18 a game looked way better. That 18 a game was way more effective. And I feel like with Russ, a lot of the stuff that he did, to your point, Ron, the ill-advised shots, the turnovers, the stuff like that, which in a lot of instances cost us games, or
see, I told you
had teams playing him different, where he was the double team man and made him shoot shots. I think that those are the things that he left on the table more than anything.
So his play is what left more to be desired.
Yes.
Did Paul George leave more to be desired?
Yes. But at least Paul George told us, though. Like, Paul George told us he ain't the man on the championship team. He told us that.
Did Jimmy Butler leave more to be desired?
No, I think we got all we could get out of buckets. No. I think that was it. Like a lot of times, Ron, and this gets thrown off the track with people because they get wrapped up in what we see in right now instead of recognizing that, sometimes you just ain't good enough. And that's okay. That's okay. The Lakers weren't good enough to beat the Denver Nuggets. Anthony Davis is awesome. He wasn't better than the big guy. He just wasn't. Sorry. He was not better than the big guy in Denver. He just wasn't better than him. And we get wrapped up a lot of times in that. Russ, a lot of the stuff that he did, I feel like he could have been better. So the numbers look gaudy, but he could have been better with less of that.
Can you talk to me and just like fill me in on what Russ could have been if he would have been who you think he should have been?
I think he could have been a better distributor if he slowed himself down. I think he could have been a better passer and a better playmaker if he slowed himself down. I'm not subscribing to the logic that, just because I got a bunch of assists, like we talk about being a scoring leader. Just because you're the scoring leader does not make you the best scorer in the game. Just because you're the assist leader does not make you the best distributor in the game. But with that being said, I feel like if Russ could have toned his game down and I feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? If he could have paced himself as opposed to just being on go, I think that we could have gotten a more productive Russ in other instances.
So I'm asking you, what should he have been then? Like what would that have led to? Are you essentially saying that he just should have won? You believe he should have won a championship?
I think that 2016 team, I think that they could have won it. I think that 2015 team, if KD didn't get hurt, I think they could have won it too. That was unfortunate. That ain't had nothing to do with Russ, right? I think that 2014 team, I think that they had some misfortune with Russ getting hurt. But with that being said, I think that Russ could have very well just slowed himself down, paced himself a little bit more. I think that could have made him a better decision maker. I think that could have made him a better distributor. I think that could have made him a better shot taker, a better shot maker. But with all of this being said, he still was fantastic. He still was arguably the best guard finisher in the game when he was in the game, when he was prime Russell Westbrook. He was one of the best distributors in the game when he was in the game. If you think about the bucket getters, Curry, Irv, Damian Lillard, how many bucket getters at the guard spot? I don't mean the lead guard spot, Ron. I'm just talking about the guard spot. How many lead guards were better bucket getters than him? So, like when I think about all of this stuff, right? When I think about all of this stuff, I think that he still was awesome, but he could have been a better floor leader if he slowed himself down and paced himself. He still could have been, like he is right now, one of the all-time great guards. He could have been a better shot taker. He still would have been one of the better bucket getters in the game. Still. He could have been, in terms of pace, he still would have been one of the best transition guards in the game. Still been that. And with him, and with him being that and slowing himself down and pacing himself more, I think we would have got a better version of Russ.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully my man gets signed. As of right now, we are looking at one of the all-time great players. He's what, top 20 in scoring all time?
27,000 points.
25,000 points, 10,000 assists. James, the only other dude to do that. That's a big deal to me. That's a huge deal. Huge.
Empty stats.
They're also the top 2 in turnovers all time. So
That's how you empty the clip. Hey, that ain't empty. That clip empty.
Ron, if we, and I don't want to like drag this on, but in the pantheon of point guards, where is Russ? Like Russ gets on TV today and goes, "Yo, I'm wrapping it up. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. I got 17 years in the league. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 18 years in the league, and I'm good. I've done everything that I wanted to do." In the pantheon of point guards, where is Russ?
See if Ron changed his answer.
If you ask me, there's only 4 point guards that can look Russ in his eye. It's only 4 point guards. That's Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and the 5th point guard that can look Russ in his eye.
It was 5 of them instead of 4.
So we just
Is
added
Russell Westbrook. Okay.
Oh, when he looks in the mirror,
yeah, it's
when he looks
Russell
in the mirror.
Westbrook. And that's it. It is a short list of point guards that it's a combination of everything. Peak play, accolades, athleticism, triple doubles, but then also too, like just your career and his longevity. Like Russ he checks every single box.
How long was Russ awesome in your estimation, Ron? Like he showed up in 2008. I'm sorry, I keep saying 2009. He showed up in 2008. How long was he awesome?
Awesome.
Like it's a difference between being good and being awesome. How long was he awesome?
I'll say until the Wizards. I'll give him awesome until when he left Washington, that's when he stopped being awesome.
When did he become awesome, Ron?
3rd year in, really the summer of summer going
2011.
Yeah. What was the year that they played on that FIBA team? Was
11,
that 2011?
Summer of 11.
2011.
Summer 11. And to be honest with you, Ron, I'm gonna say
that summer.
Oh, this is what you're about to hate on Derrick Rose.
I'm not hating on Derrick Rose. The reason why I'm not hating on Derrick Rose is because Derrick Rose is a what if. I'm not hating on Derrick Rose, but I can honestly say in the summer of 2011 and during the FIBA World Championships, I saw Russ and I saw Derrick Rose just from this alone. I ain't talking about stats, Ron. I ain't talking about none of that stuff. I'm just talking about with these 2 things right here. I said that dude is better than that dude. Just from these 2 things there. Just watching him. I don't know how many points he averaged. I don't know how many assists this dude averaged. I don't know how many times this dude dunked on this guy. I don't know how many times this guy had a great pass around this guy. Just watching these 2 guys right then and there, I said that dude is better than that dude. And I still remember me saying that today in the summer of 2011. I'm like, he better than him. And this was a year 3 Russ.
Can y'all imagine
Derrick Rose as well? To be fair, they got drafted at the same time.
Yes, sir, they did. Yes, sir, they did. Now, and also to be fair, Moss, Derrick Rose always had the ball in his hands. Derrick Rose was always the lead guard. I had to learn how to do that when I got here. I didn't know how to do that when I got here. I played off the basketball, right? So I had to learn how to play on the basketball. I had to learn how to process defenses. I had to learn how to pass the ball. I had to learn how to get guys involved and not look for my offense first. I had to learn how to do that. And it didn't take long for him to become one of the best. That did not take long. Russ is a quick study.
Could y'all imagine having to guard Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose on a court at the same time?
No. Especially at that time, no. That's a nightmare. Yeah, that is a nightmare. Yes, it is.
When was the last time Russ was better than Chris Paul? Wow.
When was the last time he was better than Chris Paul?
When was the first time? Wait. Hold on.
When they were obviously not like now, obviously.
Oh, okay, because I was
mad, but like
gonna say
so
July 28th.
From Russ's rookie year, when was he better than Chris Paul? From that point onwards, when did he become better than Chris Paul? I guess.
When did he become better than Chris Paul?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be respectful to Chris Paul, and I'll say 2015.
2015, Chris Paul. That was
the first year Russ was better, the 14-15 season.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And then he remained better until once again he left Washington, and then
what did he do better than Chris Paul?
You think Wizards Russ was better than first year in Phoenix Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Word, Ron?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Is it the triple doubles that's moving you?
I think y'all hype Chris Paul in Phoenix a little bit. Like he definitely was good. He definitely like controlled the pace of the game.
He was the difference in them getting over the hump.
I could say Devin Booker was the difference.
No,
I believe Devin Booker was.
Devin Booker was on the crew last year.
Well, yeah, but chill. That
That don't make you better, chill. Like you was a missing piece. Now I'm not sure how much I agree with what Ron just said, but I'm just saying like that doesn't make you better. Like whoever wow.
Oh boy.
You know,
the offense changed.
Whoever gets there is the like I think he definitely added something they needed to help DeAndre Ayton, to help Devin Booker, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that doesn't I mean, who's to say that Russell Westbrook would have went over there and they wouldn't have beat Milwaukee, you know? Who knows?
They were less of a one-on-one team.
Yo, Swiper. Shut up.
Damn, you just hung up on him?
Y'all need to hear what he told me. Like, call me in the middle of the show to do what he does best, derail the show, and tell me that I'm up here shaking it. And I don't know what I'm talking about.
Clapping it.
He's the reason I asked the Chris Paul question. He messaged me. He told me ask you. So I asked. I'm just, the errand boy.
What's
the Chris Paul question?
When did Russ become better than Chris Paul? When
was the last time he was better than him?
Yeah, so from 2015 until 2021, Russ was better than Chris Paul in runs.
I think that's interesting that Russ was better than Chris Paul. Like, what did he do better? He was a better bucket getter than him at that point, Ron, in 2015?
What is it, Mars? Grass
green, sky blue. Grass green, sky blue.
But I mean, if you're lying, you will say the grass is blue.
You think he was a better bucket getter than Chris Paul?
I mean, there's a state in America called the Bluegrass State. So there's bluegrass somewhere. But
yeah, it
shout
is.
out Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, the bluegrass.
And Ron, this is what I'm talking about. Like you think Russell Westbrook at that time in 2015 was a better bucket getter than Chris Paul? I think Russell Westbrook. I think he led the league in scoring in 2015, if I'm not mistaken.
Russell Westbrook is a better scorer than Chris Paul.
I don't know if I love that. And the reason
turnovers and missed shots. And ill-advised shots. I'm trying to tell you guys that's the only reason why you guys don't like Russell Westbrook. And I can get the turnovers
for a point guard.
Most great players tend to have like one or two glaring weaknesses, which is why people end up lower on them. Those are Russ's. The decision making in one big bracket, to be honest.
But my thing though is
decision making and the passing decisions. Decision making.
My thing is like when we look, what's Russ's career assist to turnover ratio?
It's like 3-1.
Probably just under 2. It's probably just under 2.
Something like that.
It can't be under 2.
Yeah, it's like
it probably he averages 8 for his career. He averages 3.9 turnovers, so it's 2.
Damn, that nigga averages 3.9 turnovers.
Yeah,
it's a tick over 2.
Hey, I thought it was more than that, really.
And 2011 to 2021, so like the prime Russ we're talking about, it's 9 assists to 4.3, which is just over 2.
Mars, he had a stretch for 5 years where he averaged almost 5 turnovers a game, 5 straight years. 5 turnovers a game running my league guard spot.
He had the ball in his hands like the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought it was worse than this, so I'm actually kind of like.
That's averaged 5.4 turnovers a game in 2017. It's quite
triple-double.
Now, remember.
To be fair, he didn't lead the league in turnovers that year because James Harden averaged like 6.
Yeah. Don't nobody say nothing about that.
That's not true, but I mean, sure, I guess.
I mean, Harden doesn't have like a turnover tag like Russ, though.
He doesn't. Because his tag is the playoff stuff. So you only get 1 or 2 tags.
Your audio is cooked.
Yeah, your audio.
Hey, but
he's not welcome here.
But you got 60 seconds.
Show right now,
you got 60 seconds. What you got to say?
Nothing.
And now he's frozen.
Now I'll use my time.
Here, talk to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We was having a good conversation. We was having a good We was having a good conversation. Then the content died.
It was working. Yeah, it was working.
Okay, so I do want to, because I've been in and out of the convo, right? So I didn't know about the Chris Paul thing. The last thing I heard was Chill saying how Russ should have been better. And then Ron asking, like, what does that look like?
Could have been. Not should have been, could have been.
So he could have
left
been
some on the table, though.
Yeah, he could.
You think he should have been better?
I think he could have. Again, understand the difference between should have been and could have been.
But chill, the only reason why the should have been thing, I can get with that. The could have been thing, like everybody theoretically could have been better. Yeah. LeBron could have 10 championships. You know, Jordan could have not retired. Like we could do the could have been thing with anybody.
I just think Russ could have been if like I already explained why I thought Russ could have been better. I've already explained why I think Russ could have been better, and that's how I feel about him. And again, this isn't.
So that means what, like a top 3 point guard ever?
To be honest,
never gonna pause John Stockton. Watch your mouth.
He's already better than John Stockton. But.
No, statistically,
even Ron don't agree with that.
And
I don't give a damn what Ron agree with.
That means you don't know who, obviously.
No, actually, if Ron is on the other side of my opinion, that 9 times out of 10 it means I'm correct.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, real talk, I think that Russ played with a pace. If he played with less of a go pace and paced himself a little bit better and been a better decision maker, been a better. I think that been a better decision maker. I think that would have affected his shot selection. I think that would have affected his ability to make plays and pass the ball. And I think that with the volume of shots going down, I think Russ could have taken better shots. I think Russ could have passed the ball better. I think Russ could have been better in transition as a that doesn't lessen him as a transition player. But if he plays with a different pace, where he knows when to step on the gas and when to scale it back. I think that Russ only knew one pace, and that was go. And I think that affected his decision making, which affected his shot selection, which affected his ability to pass, which affected all of these things, which went into him turning the basketball over, which went into him taking ill-advised shots. I think that if he would have been better at that, I think that he would have been a better lead guard.
So I'm asking you, where do you rank him right now from a point guard standpoint?
I don't think I don't think that he was better than Magic. I don't think he was better than Isaiah. I don't think he was better than John Stockton. I don't think he was better than Jason Kidd. I don't think he was better than Steve Nash. I don't think he was better than Oscar Robertson. I don't think he was better than Chris Paul. I don't think he was better than Gary Payton. I don't think he was better than Walt Frazier. And I don't think he was better than Bob Cousy.
Yeah, children have Russell Westbrook top 10.
Oh, you don't have Russ as a top 10 point guard.
Turnovers and ill-advised shots. That's it.
Ron, why don't you care about that as a lead guard, Ron?
Because
what are you doing?
If I'm
what is going on?
I mean,
because if I'm a top,
he turned the ball over and took ill-advised shots. A lot.
He was much smarter with the basketball than
you can say that.
Russell Westbrook.
Wait, did you say Steph Curry?
Steph's my point, but we're not rehashing that conversation.
Curry, James Harden, Allen Iverson, Kyrie. That's the Curry sitting at a table by himself. Curry ain't in this conversation. He in a different conversation. Yes.
I'm just like, how do you score the ball without shooting the ball?
You do. You 100% do that, Ron. Yes. You 100% score the basketball by shooting the basketball. But I mean, I feel like there's a pace that you play with in the game. There's a pace that you play with in the game. There's a time to shoot the basketball. I mean, Ron, Russ had a stretch. I'll never forget this. When he was in Oklahoma City, when they played against Utah, Russ took 90 shots in 2 games.
That was
disgusting. Carmelo
That was
Anthony and Paul George on my crew. What the hell am I doing?
Even though they was acting like they didn't want to be there, just like Paul George in the bubble.
Maybe because you shooting all the shots. How about that?
Blaming Russell Westbrook for that is definitely interesting, but it is what it is. Though, shout out to Russell Westbrook because
what about
he started that game and Paul George shot more shots than him, and then they were losing.
So let me take over the game and let me get us back in the game.
And that's what happened. They won the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next game, Paul George went 4 for 16 or 2 for 16, whatever it was. Stunk out. And most of Russ's shots in that game were the fact that he took like 6 threes in the last 30 seconds because they tried to make a three. Before that, it was I don't know. Man.
I need you to tell me why Isaiah Thomas is better than Russell Westbrook.
He was a better point guard, better ball handler, better distributor. He was better in the clutch. He was a better floor leader. I thought that he took better care of his group, and I think he put them in position to win. He played with a better pace than Russell Westbrook, and he was just an overall better floor leader as a lead guard than Russell Westbrook was.
Hey, real talk. Turnovers and ill-advised shots.
Well, Isaiah Thomas did that as well. Is Luka better than Russell Westbrook?
Because he turns the ball over a lot.
Well, I'm just asking because he's really good.
I think he's better than Russell Westbrook.
Is Shea better than Russell Westbrook?
I think Russ is more of a lead guard than I'm not talking about as a player. I think Russ is more of a lead guard. As a point guard, I think, as a point guard, I think Russ is better than him.
As a basketball player.
I think Shea is better at basketball than Russell Westbrook.
So if guys listed at point guards, Russ isn't.
Not just guys listed at point guard. No. We're not doing that because DeMar DeRozan was listed. No, we're not doing that because DeMar DeRozan
Shea is a
was
point guard, whether you like it or not. But we don't need to rehash the conversation. So Chill does not think Russ is a top 15 point guard.
No, I don't think that. That's not true. That's not
Chill,
true.
pick for pick. Russ and get these dudes the blue.
Yes, they will.
Like SGA.
You
Luka,
went so
Russ,
you're
Russ
the top 10 you had last year
Yeah.
of guys who were listed at point guard. Thank you for participating in my series last year. Was Magic, Steph, Isaiah Thomas, Jerry West, John Stockton, Oscar Robertson, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, and Gary Payton. That was the 10 you had. We've now added Luka to that list. You already said Walt Frazier. Shea is
Jerry
added
West
to that
added that
list
too, by the way.
because he's not a point guard. But once again,
Yeah,
he's listed at point guard, so we're gonna use him as a point guard because he's listed at point guard.
Mhm.
So we got Walt Frazier, Luka Doncic, and Shea. That would make it 13. Oh, so my fault. Russ would be 14 at best, unless there's someone I'm forgetting. Who Bob Cousy. Sorry, Bob Cousy was also above Russell Westbrook. So that would be 14 point guards above Russ, which means Russ would be 15 at best.
And there's some more we can squeeze in there too.
Yeah, and I'm sure
like who? Tony Parker?
Find another point guard, but
Tony
Do
Parker?
you
I
think
don't
he's
think
better?
Tony Parker was better than Russ. No, I don't think Tony Parker was better.
oh no, I got to think about some point guards. But
I don't think Nate.
I wouldn't be
Paul?
surprised if I can find one.
Did you already say Chris Paul?
I don't think.
Did
Yes,
I
I
say Chris
did.
Paul?
No, I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't think I did because you did
No.
on the list. Oh no, you did. My fault.
I
CP3 was at
100%
9.
had
CP3 was
yes,
at
I
9.
did.
CP3 was at 9.
I think he was better than.
Is Jalen Brunson better than Russ?
No. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Is Dame better than Russ? You said Dame is better than Russ. You said that before. Is Dame better than Russ?
Mhm.
So that's 15. There you go. Russ is not a top 15 point guard team. Based on guys who are listed at point guard, because I'm not doing Steph isn't a point guard. It's 2026. We can move on from that conversation. Of guys listed at point guards. So Steph, Jerry West is still counted. Shea is counted. You don't think Russ is top 15? That's tough.
A lot of them dudes can't handle Russ though, Chill.
No, they can't. I'm not going to argue that, but he can't handle them neither. I mean, I watched.
Russell Westbrook is better than Damian Lillard.
Was he better than Damian Lillard throughout the course of so Russell Westbrook, when did he
I'm
pass?
saying Dame became better than Russ until 2019.
I actually think it was 18, but yeah,
I could accept that.
I think it was 2018.
It would be one of those years, 18 or 19.
I think it was 2018 that he was better than him. Yeah. From
I'm not saying
2018,
that means Russ is bad, but
I think that from 2018 to I'm going to say 22, 23, I think he was better than Russ.
I mean, he's been bad the whole time since then, respectfully to Russ.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, I think he was better than him. So the guys that I think that I think that what we're doing, and Mars is very good at asking questions, leading questions. And like Mars, you asked me about Luka. Luka at his best, Russell Westbrook at his best. Who would I rather at the point guard? It's close, but I would take Luka. I would. Yes, bigger, better distributor, a better decision maker. I would take Luka at the lead guard spot. I think Dame passed him. I think Walt Frazier, the defense is what is the separator with both Russ and Walt Frazier. The defense is what separates it for me, and also how good he was as a bucket getter in the playoffs, and his decision making too. I think he was a better league guard than Russ. Walt Frazier was. Chris Paul, I trust Chris Paul with the basketball more than I trust Russ with the basketball. But statistically, Russell Westbrook, it's pretty difficult to keep him out of any of these conversations because statistically, I'm top 5 all time in assists. I got close to 30,000 points. In addition to having close to 30,000 points, right? In addition to having close to 30,000 points, I have over 10,000 assists, and I think he's got like 8,500 rebounds or something like that. He's close to 10,000 rebounds. So, I mean, what else can I say?
Ox, how much of this do you agree with? Because I know you don't think Russ is top 10 either.
I don't know, Mars. It's just like because the list thing is always hard for me. So it's like
I get it.
I'll give a list, but it's just really hard because like I just said to Chill, a lot of these dudes, like, I'm fine with you saying are better than Russ. I'm fine with you saying Russ is better than, but a lot of these dudes couldn't handle Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not putting Dame over Russ. I'm not doing that. I don't know if I heard Kyrie. I'm definitely
I wasn't going to bring up Kyrie to chill. I wasn't trying to sound Kyrie slander. So
okay, yeah.
I left it alone.
But still, and that's no slander to me, but I'm not putting Kyrie over Russ. I'm fine if y'all want to put Luka and SGA over Russ, even though for me, a guy like those guys, I just need a couple more seasons. But I don't think either one of them could have dealt with Russ either. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of.
Can Russ deal with them? Could Russ deal with SGA?
I think he's dealing with them dudes better more than they're dealing with him. Chill.
I just saw Russ clamp SGA like last season.
Like, in
Denver.
SGA's greatness is not for question. Chill. Like SGA's greatness is not for question at all. I'm not questioning that, but I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready for 2016, 17, 15 Russell Westbrook. I don't think that's something that any of them dudes really want anything to do with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah, I don't think there's such thing as slowing down that Russ.
Yeah, you know, and
Russ slowed himself down.
Then y'all asked about Jalen Brunson, and I love Jalen Brunson, but that's not cool.
That's the NBA champion finals MVP, Jalen Brunson.
Absolutely. And hey, chill. Y'all know I love John Stockton, and I got him. I'm pretty sure I got him ranked higher than Russ on my list. But like, you know, John don't want those issues. Like, nobody in the history of basketball ever wanted it with Russell Westbrook when he was Russell Westbrook. You know, so that's why it's hard with Russ.
What's the game plan against Russ? Like that Russell Westbrook.
Take a couple.
What's the game
two
plan?
Steps back. Just take 2 big steps back and
back
hold on
up
tight.
and hope his pull up midi ain't going.
Right. Hope that he bails you out by shooting pull up threes or something. Just back up and pray. You know,
which he would.
That's the game plan. Back up and hold on tight.
That's all you could do because you couldn't stop him. Couldn't stop him from getting into the lane. Probably some of the most aggressive rim pressure we've seen from the guard position at his peak, damn near ever. Besides maybe what? Wade, Michael Jordan. That's it.
Jason Kidd.
There is a player, however,
J Kidd wasn't touching that paint in the half court like Westbrook was. Now, part of it's different. He just wasn't. But it's a different era too. The lane was more clogged, I guess you could say. But
he wasn't as explosive as Russ either, though. So
he was. Jason Kidd was an open floor point guard. Russ obviously was too. But a lot of J Kidd's paint touches will come in the open floor. In the half court, it's going to be a lot more back to the basket. Like the offensive infrastructure is going to try and create the openings. Russ is just going to boot down the door, which has its trade-offs, but
it's got its advantages and its disadvantages. Yes.
Did y'all speak about Penny Hardaway at all?
I was gonna bring up Penny, but I was saving him because
you ain't gotta save me. Russ better than him.
I don't agree with that, but that's fine. So
Russell Westbrook is better than John Stockton. He's better than Isaiah Thomas. He's better than I don't know.
Why you stopping there? He better than Magic too. Don't
No,
say
I
that.
didn't say that.
I agree.
might as well.
I think you're 2 for 2 right now, real talk. I agree.
I am 2 for 2, but Chill wants to.
I guess.
I mean, he wants to
not
bring
better
up
than
Magic.
John
I was going to leave
He's
Magic
not
out
a
of
better
this.
point guard than
He's
Russell.
better than Isaiah
No.
Thomas. He's better than John Stockton.
Why is he better than Isaiah Thomas?
He's a better basketball player, right?
Mm.
So bigger, stronger, faster, right?
So bigger,
Scores
stronger,
better.
faster makes you a better basketball player.
I think Isaiah
I was
Thomas and
still
Russell
listing
Westbrook
things.
are very
I'm listening. I'm
still
sorry,
listening
real talk
to
for
things.
interrupting. I
Very
apologize.
similar
My
as
fault.
players.
My fault.
Bigger, stronger, faster, better defensive player, better rebounder, better scorer, can get into the paint more consistently, better playmaker, better transition player, as you love to say.
Hey, bro, stop
Better
doing
transition
that
player.
I don't know if I agree
What?
with the defense part. That
No.
You
defense
doing that
with
old
Russ
nigga
is a
shit.
lot of
Huh?
inferior.
Huh?
What you talking about? What you talking about? I'm just saying he's better than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Salute to him. He's not better than Russell Westbrook. Russ is just better than him. And
But
that's
you
knock to
you
Isaiah
got Jay
Thomas.
Kidd over Russ though?
I was just about to bring that up. True.
Really?
So a guy
Love Jay Kidd. Really great defender.
Wow.
One of the greatest passers of all time. Hey, you're averaging 13 on 40% from the. I don't know. Like, eventually that has to matter when ranking Jason Kidd as well.
Well, Jay Kidd was much more of a distributor.
way
For
more
sure, but
distributed
his
than
Well, I
scoring
think
was
Russ is a
definitely
better offensive player than Jason
limited.
Kidd, right?
I don't hate that. I
But
think he's a
Jason
much
Kidd,
better
to me, is his
scorer than
defense.
Jason Kidd. I don't know about a much better offensive player. I think he's a
I don't
much
think he a
better
better-
scorer.
I don't think he's a better offensive player than Jason Kidd. I don't. No.
I think he's a better scorer easily.
And
I won't
so
give
in
you any
the
pushback
offense,
on it.
as an offensive player, Miles, I think that I want to make sure that I'm following you. Are we talking about breaking down the defense, even with the lane clog? Are we talking about breaking down the defense, getting into the teeth of the defense, playing in traffic, being a distributor as a lead guard, being a facilitator, being a floor leader? And we're talking about an offensive player being able to knock down an open shot, because Jason Kidd was able to do that later on in his career. He wasn't able to do that. He wasn't able to do that right from the beginning. No, because his jump shot was broke. It was not good, but he worked on it and it got better. So with that being said, being able to get into the teeth of the defense, being able to play in traffic, being a decision maker as an offensive player, because I like to think that matters. You think that Russell Westbrook was a better overall offensive player than Jason Kidd?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't know this was like contentious. What
years are we considering like prime or peak Jason Kidd, by the way?
Like 02 to like 05-ish, probably, right?
02 to 05.
01 to like 04.
I was thinking
02 to, like,
01.
05.
I was
like
thinking
those type of
01
years.
to probably I'd say 04, maybe 05. That's as far as I'm going.
2007.
So the early 2000s,
2007.
basically.
Yeah,
the
probably
early
to
2000s
07.
days.
So when he's shooting in 01, 41% from the field and 30% from three, that's cool. In 02, when he's shooting 39% from the field and 32% from three, I guess that's pretty cool too. And then in 03, when he's shooting 41.5% from the field and 34 from three, raise that up. I guess
Westbrook shot 42% and won the league MVP. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, averaging.
What's happening right now?
Nigga, that's not the same thing. What
Yes,
are you
it
talking
is,
about?
because what we're doing
And
right
10
now is
assists.
two out of every 5 shots I'm shooting, 3 out of every 5 shots I'm shooting are not going in. And I'm taking bad shots, by the way. What the hell is going on here, real talk?
Percentages aren't the way to go.
He
bro.
brought the percentages up, Ox. That's why.
I know. Too. I'm just saying that's just not the way to go for Russ. For his career, he's like 48. I just looked at 48 and like 33, or 30 maybe. Percentages ain't the way to go, bro. Like, once again, I don't think we have to argue who's a better scorer. Russell Westbrook is a better scorer than Jason Kidd, but we don't got to talk about the percentages to bring it up. We could just, everybody that's watched both of them play basketball can see that. You know what I'm saying? But percentages just ain't the way to go, because that's never been Russ's strong point either.
I'm sitting here looking at the percent. No. It is
Jason Kidd took
a
bad
point
shots,
against
man.
Jason Kidd when I have a higher percentage than you while averaging like double the points.
That
I
means
don't think
that
the argument
scoring,
is he's a better scorer. I don't think it's necessary
to you
to
then,
know.
Ox. I'm not talking to you.
I think
That means
part of it is the
scoring-
gap in scoring is gargantuan.
I think
gargantuan.
Chill even said that he's a better scorer than
I think he's a better bucket getter
Kidd.
than-
We've
But
all
I'm
said that.
okay.
Not arguing.
I'm
But
saying
he's
to
a better
what
scorer
degree
versus
then?
saying that,
Because
like-
how does Jason Kidd make up for that large of a scoring gap offensively to be a better offensive player? That's the point. So if
I
Russell
can do
Westbrook,
that.
which I'm saying it now, which we go to 15 where he's shooting 42.5% from the field, then next year 45, which is a mark Jason Kidd never hit, by the way, while averaging 31.5 goddamn points, but cool.
20 shots again.
I guess. Then the next season, 42.5, 34 from 3. That's the MVP year. Cool. So
what about
I'm
the
saying
season
is,
before that, or 2 seasons before that at 28?
Excuse me.
Russ
Lead the
in
league in
Houston
scoring.
hit 47%. Nice. Good
exactly. While averaging what? What was he averaging? Like 27 in Houston?
27, yeah. But I mean, you got once again factor in it's a different time. You know, the league.
He was
got
also
more-
playing off the ball, by the way. Don't, because James
I
Harden
mean,
had
that's
the
a-
basketball.
They
So
both
he-
had the basketball. They just my turn, your turn. It.
So what is Jason Kidd doing to make up for that substantial of a gap in scoring to be a better offensive player than Russell Westbrook?
I'm getting my other.
Literally everything else.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
like
Ox.
literally everything else.
Everything else. I'm getting my guys involved.
And mind you, real talk with that much of a gap.
You act like Russell Westbrook didn't pass.
But with that much of a gap though, I'm willing to come off it. Like I'm willing to say, okay. Like if you think that that's enough, that's fine. Like I don't hate it because Russell Westbrook was that good. Like I'm not here to knock Russ or slander Russ. I hear you. He was a problem. You had the game plan for Russ. But I think Jason Kidd did everything else as a point guard as far as just being that floor general, distributing, getting everybody else involved, everything else, just literally everything else that comes with offense, so much better that I think there's a conversation to be had. But I hear where you're coming from, and I accept that argument as legit. That's a legit argument.
I don't accept that argument as legit. And the reason why I don't accept that argument as legit, because we're talking about an overall offensive player. That's what we're talking about. We ain't just talking about a bucket getter. We're talking about an overall offensive player. And an offensive player
bucket
doesn't
getting
just
is one of the most important things of offense. And
yes,
it's something
it is.
that you
The nigga
continue
averaged
to try
10
to devalue.
assists.
Every time we talk about offense and these players that you don't like, you try to devalue scoring. So, but I'm not going to let you
That's
do it
not
today,
true.
young man.
That's not
I'm not
true.
going to let you do it today,
That
OG.
is not true.
We're not going
I
to
do not. In
devalue
fact-
scoring
in
to
fact,
the point to where
that's not
a
true,
nigga
real
that's
talk. And the
averaging
reason why that's not
13
true is-
points on sub 40% from the field is a better offensive player than a nigga averaging
Get
30
his
or 25.
ass.
We're
Get
not
him,
gonna
real talk.
say- while also averaging 10 plus assists. So we're not going to act like Russell Westbrook didn't pass either, while also being a great transition player, just like him. So you can't bring up transition like you like to bring up as usual as well. So you need to explain to me how the nigga that's averaging 13.5 points, shooting sub 40% from the goddamn field, is a better offensive player than Russell Westbrook.
The reason why he a better offensive player is because I get my guys involved way more than you do. Way more than you do. You shoot your guys. That's not a lie. You shoot your.
Go ahead.
You shoot your team out of games. I don't shoot my team out of games. In fact, I get my team involved in games. I can't believe you guys. You know what, Mars? You gonna sit there and say that he shoot this guys out of games? This guy, his career high is 15 fucking free. His career high is 15 shots a game. 15 shots. Are we kidding me? Jason Kidd shoots 15 shots a game. He shoot. Ron, y'all got it. Y'all dudes is full of shit. Every last one of y'all dudes up there are full of shit. Jason Kidd shoots 15 shots a game as a career high. He's shooting his team out of games. Meanwhile, Russell Westbrook. Meanwhile, Russell Westbrook has led the league. He hasn't led his team. He hasn't led the Western Conference. He has led his team, and he has led the league in field goal attempts 3 times. So you're going to sit there and tell me that a guy who has the ball as much as Russell Westbrook has the ball in his hands does not shoot his team out of games more.
Also shoots his team into
You just
games
told me that it's a
too.
lie. You literally just told me that's a lie.
Doesn't do it. You said Jason Kidd doesn't shoot.
What's going on?
That's why I reacted. I ain't say Russell Westbrook doesn't shoot his team out of games more than Jason Kidd. You said verbatim, Jason Kidd doesn't shoot his team out of games.
as much as Russell Westbrook does.
Okay, well, now you've added the
As much as Russell Westbrook. As much as Russell. I ain't have a chance to because it was. I ain't have a chance to do that.
Point. You already moved on to the next point. What do you mean you didn't get a chance to? You said that was going on to the next point, and I was here reacting because you. So
once again, Jason Kidd does not shoot his team.
No, you wasn't. You weren't about to say that.
Jason Kidd does not shoot his team out of games as much as Russell Westbrook does. Jason Kidd takes care of the basketball more than Russell Westbrook does, which benefits his group more than Russell Westbrook does. Jason Kidd has taken his team. Jason Kidd has taken his group as an offensive player, getting Kenya Martin, even Keith Van Horn, getting these guys more involved in the game than himself, being the primary distributor first and then being a bucket getter later. But
Russell Westbrook has done that as well.
Okay, so since you're on the subject of bucket getting, I'm trying to remember so Curry is the exception because I'm thinking about a guy who averaged 30 a game and like the team won. Like Curry is the only guy that I can think about, like where he's averaging, like he's taking that many shots.
Shea
has averaged 30 a game, and his team won. Did he average 30 a game in that? Did he average 30 a game in those playoffs in 25?
It was like 29 point something, but I don't think Steph.
If it is,
just won, by the way.
Yeah, and Jalen Brunson did just win, but I don't think Steph averaged 30 in a postseason they won. It was like 28, 29, whatever.
The point is Steph Curry is Russell Westbrook as an offensive player. His highlight is his bucket getting, which I am a fan of bucket getting. Jason Kidd, he is a better distributor than Russell Westbrook. I think he's a better floor leader than Russell Westbrook. As a point guard and as an offensive player, I think he's better. I think Russell Westbrook gets in the paint and touches the paint, I think because the lane is open, but I don't think you give Jason Kidd nearly as much credit as a paint toucher of getting in the paint and being able to play in traffic like he does and taking care of the basketball, which is something that an offensive player has to do. I think he did that better than Russell Westbrook. And since we're on the subject of transition players, real talk, Jason Kidd, one of the best distributors in transition, throwing the ball off the backboard, throwing the ball to the rim, in addition to throwing the ball to the rim, finishing at the rim, taking better care of the basketball in transition, like I like to talk about, and actually finishing plays without them being turnovers and being more of a positive. Ron, take that goddamn cap off.
If we want to talk about transition, hey, you know what? Russell Westbrook can play in transition as the ball handler, or Russell Westbrook can fill the lane and say, guess what, KD? You got it. Throw the goddamn and I'm finna put my head at the rim, catch them up again, and boom. Can Jason Kidd do that in transition, chill?
He's not dunking the basketball. No, he's not dunking the basketball. And I do care about no, he's not doing that, real talk.
Okay,
and to be honest with you,
Jake used to come through
there. Wait, real talk. I want to stay right there
because
I think that's legit. Because I think that what you're doing, real talk. Because what you're doing, real talk is basically taking my logic and trying to use it against me. Because I care about playing above the rim. Yes, I do. I 100%
exactly.
care.
I know.
I 100% care about playing above the rim. Yeah. That's 100% a big deal to me. However, man, Jason Kidd would dunk on you. Jason Kidd would dunk the ball in transition. He ain't dunking the ball over you like Russell Westbrook. No. Absolutely not. He's not doing that. But I can tell you what he is doing. He damn sure is running down the gut. And he damn sure is dunking the basketball. He ain't putting his face in the rim like Russell Westbrook catching lobs, but he is finishing plays more than he's turning the basketball over. I can tell you that. And in the meat and potatoes of the game, I can tell you who I do want the ball in their hands. I want the ball in Jason Kidd's hands more than I want it in Russell Westbrook's hands.
For him to do what? At the end of the game, you want him to do what? With the what?
I think that I'm going to get something positive is going to happen. If Jason Kidd has half court, something in the half court, something positive is going to happen with Jason Kidd with the ball in his hands.
What he finna do? He finna ISO and get a bucket?
No,
he's going to do whatever he got to do.
And whatever that is.
He finna set Kenyon up for a 38% pick and pop shot.
But that's why you guys kill me though, because you act like Russ ain't get it done in half court. But once again, when we think of Russell Westbrook in the half court, you think of two things: an ill-advised bucket or a turnover. And here's my thing too. I said this to you guys all the time. Yes, you're going to get turnovers. Yes, you're going to shoot bad shots. But at the end of the day, how many times did it go right? Yeah, it went wrong a couple times, but it went right more than not. Especially if I'm averaging a 30-point triple-double, leading the league in scoring, next year leading the league in assists, next year leading the league in scoring, next year leading the league in assists. Russ was, at that time, it was like James Harden and then, well, obviously LeBron. When we're just talking about overall playmaking, just making a play happen every time you have the ball. And yeah, Chris Paul was in the league too, so he's in that category. Steph, obviously. But like, it was not crazy to say Russ is the best playmaker in the league because every time he had the ball, he was making something happen, whether it was for somebody else or for himself.
Jason Kidd was the best playmaker in the league.
That's fair.
No question.
That's fair.
Year.
No,
Like
that's fair.
01, 02, 03, 04.
Yeah, when Kobe Bryant was in the league, real talk, that was going on. Yes, sir.
I'm not even worried.
Because that's where you're going with this. Real
Nash-
talk,
Nash-
I'm
Nash-
loving this
Nash-
right here.
Nash had a-
Yes, real talk, do have my blood pressure.
All of those years.
Yes.
But wait, but Ron.
But what does that matter?
Good
'Cause if
thing,
he was
good
playing in
thing,
the league
good
with
thing
LeBron, he
happening.
wouldn't be in
Good thing happening
He
better.
did play in the league with LeBron, to be fair.
He did.
Good thing happening more than bad thing, Ron, is like,
Could-
you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like it's professional basketball. I don't think you give the ball to Russ 10 times and he's gonna do a
That's
dumb
how you
thing.
guys act, though.
No, it's
we
not how we act.
don't.
Can we stop doing that's how we act and just listen to
No,
what we're
we do
saying?
not. Like you talk
I'm
like
telling-
nothing
I'm
good
telling
about
you.
him. That's
This
not
ain't,
true.
this ain't about feelings and how I feel and emotions and shit. This is just about what's going on. Russell Westbrook is an awesome basketball player. I want to be clear because every time we have to have a conversation about one person being better than this person or something, even though it can be nitpicking or whatever,
Which
that
this is what
doesn't
this
mean
is.
that Russell Westbrook isn't awesome. I've been up here trying to explain it. I think Russell Westbrook is an awesome basketball player, even through his flaws. That's how good he was. That's how good he was. I'm not gonna say that's how good he was. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't a knock Russell Westbrook conversation. This is just like y'all want to have a top 10, top 5, or whatever you tried to say. Only
wanna
3
fight.
guys can look
I'm
at
here
him
for
and
the fight,
decide.
Ron.
It is a
I
knock
wanna
Russell
fight,
Westbrook
and I'm here for the fight, Ron.
It is a knock Russell Westbrook.
I'm here for the fight.
conversation. If you're sitting here telling me that there's 15 point guards in the history of the league better than Russell Westbrook right now, that is a knock.
The league,
in my
the league's been around for a long time. There's been some real dope motherfuckers
I
in it.
mean,
I don't know about 15. I think 15 might be a stretch, but there's been a lot of dope point guards.
5
in the
is a
league.
stretch.
Like, that's not crazy.
and Russell Westbrook has
5
been
is
Joker.
chill.
That's the point.
I just feel
It has
like
been a lot
Jason
of dope
Kidd's
point
shot
guards.
selection is like being forgotten because Jason Kidd's shot selection was egregious.
Exactly. Shooting them pull up jumpers.
That man Jason Kidd will come up in transition and shoot a pull up 3 in 2002, shooting 29% from 3.
And Russ would come down in transition and shoot 5 of them.
That's just not true though. Because now what you've explicitly said is Russell Westbrook's shot selection is 5 times worse.
Oh, it was worse than Jason Kidd's.
But you said 5 times.
I know you said 5 times. I didn't say that.
What's 1
No.
times 5?
I said 6. I said 6. I mean, I
Oh,
said
so
5.
6 times worse.
Let me rephrase that. Russell
Wait,
Westbrook.
that's not how that works, man.
Russell Westbrook.
If Jason Kidd will shoot 1 and Russell shoot 5.
That's
Once
how I
again-
interpreted it.
Once again, Russell Westbrook.
That's not what that means, right?
No,
that's
that's
not what that
basically
is.
pretty much.
No, fuck no.
That's what he's insinuating.
Russell Westbrook would do the same thing, only except he would do it at a higher volume. He
He
would
He would because he shot more shots. But Jason
Yes.
Kidd's shot selection itself was egregious. Is Jason Kidd a better offensive player than Allen Iverson?
Yes. Yes. But Allen Iverson a better.
Just say anything this morning, huh?
Allen Iverson a better
We
bucket
have been
getter than him.
just talking,
No
huh?
doubt. Allen Iverson definitely a better bucket getter than Jason Kidd. But overall offensive player, I think Jason Kidd is better than him. Overall offensive player, yes, I think Jason Kidd is better than him. I do think
we
he's a
up
better
here just
bucket.
saying anything, huh?
I think he's a better bucket getter.
That's what we feel like this morning. That's what we feel like this morning. We just up here just saying anything. Okay. Facts. Jason Kidd, Jason Kidd, a nigga that can't get a bucket. Better than Allen Iverson. Cool.
God damn.
Got it.
I'm not.
Better
Oh,
offensive player.
A
man.
nigga that can't get a bucket.
So is he a better offensive player than Curry? Fuck it.
Oh,
Let's get
God.
going. I'm trying to figure out who
What
next.
you trying to do right now, real talk?
No, I'm trying to figure out who next. Is he a better offensive player than Curry?
No.
Is he a better point guard?
He's a better lead guard than Curry, though.
Yes.
I think that's fair, real talk. I think that's fair.
Nah, facts. Absolutely. I need to know this too. Wait, what's it, Mars?
James Harden?
Is Jason Kidd a better offensive player than James Harden? Cool.
Shit.
I had to just see where we was going.
Chill, let me ask you something. What position does Nikola Jokic play?
The 5.
What position does Shaq play?
The 5.
Okay, so how can Jason Kidd be a point guard and Steph Curry being a point guard? How can that not coexist?
Jason Kidd being
No way we're doing this again. You're disgusting. Go ahead, sorry.
Jason Kidd being a point guard and Steph Curry not being a point guard. I just think the offense was different. I think Jason Kidd had the ball in his hands more as a lead guard, as more of as an initiator for the offense. Steph Curry, I think he played more off the basketball than he did on the ball. I think that offense was predicated for setting up Curry and getting Curry the basketball, whether it was coming off screens or DHOs and things like that. I think Jason Kidd, he was more of the table setter. He was more of the guy who was getting guys involved, getting guys the basketball in spaces where they can be productive and they can score. Steph Curry was the focal point of the offense as the bucket getter.
But don't you see, like, I'm asking you this because, like, Jokic doesn't do a lot of traditional big, like, stuff, right? He doesn't protect the basket. Right.
He actually does do a lot of traditional big stuff. He just doesn't protect the rim.
He rebounds.
Yes, he 100% rebounds. He plays on the box. He passes out of the double.
Does Steph Curry not handle the ball a lot and run pick and roll and initiate offense?
I think he does. I'm not going to argue that he doesn't. Yes, he does, real talk. I just don't think he does it as much as Jason Kidd. He doesn't do it as much as Steve Nash. He didn't do it as much as Isaiah Thomas.
Right, and Jokic doesn't protect the rim as much as Shaquille O'Neal, or as much as Patrick Ewing, or as much, or as
correct.
These are all other
or play in the box.
Right, or play on the box.
That's not true. That's not true.
He does compared to Hakeem.
No, he said play there as much. We didn't say compared how good he is on the box
to all these other players.
I think he definitely. I think Joker plays on the block a lot more than you give him credit for. Yes, he does.
Not compared to your traditional big. Yo, the offense starts with Jokic in the mid post with the ball.
But
or at the 3-point line.
But the difference with that is that the offense runs through him like the traditional big. The offense, he's not the initiator. The primary ball handler is your man Lester. Lester is the guy who's handling the basketball, and we're running the offense through Yoke, whether it's on the box, whether it's at the pinch post, whether it's at the 3-point line. We're running action off of him.
So Jokic doesn't play anything like a traditional center. Anything.
I think he does. I do. I think watching Joker play on the box, watching Joker play at the mid post. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that he offensively, I think that him stretching the defense in terms of him shooting the basketball, I think that's a little bit different. But in terms of him playing on the box, offensively, in terms of him facing up guys, I definitely think he plays like a traditional 5-man. Yes, he does. He might not be Shaq where he's just brute force. You know, he's not Lajuan where it's just, you know, amazing and pretty, but he absolutely does big man things. And on top of that, he gets on the glass.
In similar to what Real Talk just said, Steph Curry does a lot of point guard things.
He just doesn't do it to the extent of those other guys.
So wait. Who plays more? Because
I think that I think he doesn't do it to the extent of those other guys. And in addition to him not doing it to the extent of those other guys, I think that he does more of the other stuff than those other guys do. And when I say the other stuff, I think playing off the basketball more. I think being the focal point of the offense more, as opposed to guys like Jason Kidd, guys like John Stockton, who are initiating the offense and getting other guys involved in the offense first. That's what I'm thinking about.
All right, chill. We'll circle back around to Steph Curry. Yeah, we'll definitely circle back around to Jokic. We'll definitely get back around to Russell Westbrook. But as of right now, y'all, we got a special guest. Chat, lock in. Chill, Mars, Real Talk, Ox. Lock in my man John Gonzalez, and that's John Jawn Gonzalez from CBS Sports is with us today. What's going on, bro?
Sir, what's up, guys? You guys are heated. I caught a little bit of it beforehand. You guys are heated, but I'm loving this. Thank you for having me. It was nice meeting you guys in New York. Some of you guys I'm meeting for the first time, so appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Nice thanks for coming through. So, John, for the first half of the show, we talked about kind of Russell Westbrook, and I would like to hear your thoughts on Russ too. But we talked about Russell Westbrook and him not having a, job as of right now.
Yeah.
Whether he would get a job or whether he should get a job. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I heard you guys debating the Russ and J Kidd thing. I mean, Russ had an amazing career, right? But like for me, I think this is probably the end of it. Like, I was trying to sit there earlier today and I was thinking about like who could he help right now? And I was thinking like maybe the Pistons, right? They needed some more shot creation last offseason or last postseason beyond Cade. Dennis Jenkins was good. Maybe he could be somebody like that, but you run out of teams real fast, right? Like it's when you're at the spot with the Kings where you're like, man, even the Kings are kind of done with Russ, then you might have been scraping the bottom of the barrel.
So he obviously there's a little thing going
whack,
on.
Ox. Stop looking at him crazy. Y'all was whack, Ox. He ain't say nothing crazy. Y'all was whack.
Man, some things aren't necessary. The bottom of the barrel, screaming.
Listen, I like Russ. I like Russ. I don't want to stop you guys from yelling at each other. I like Russ. I liked watching his career. But like at some point the end comes for everybody, right? And it feels like it's the end for Russ. I mean, like he's gone to like the whatever usefulness Russ had, I think we might have gone past that point.
I don't know. I feel like Russ is still a good NBA player. And I feel like he can still help some teams.
What teams though? Like what teams are you landing on? Because like I went through the list this morning and I'm like, man, I'm running out of teams real fast.
So a team maybe like Minnesota.
And hold on, no real talk. Before you answer that, let's get all of the because there's a bad relationship or bad blood there stuff out the way. Let's just talk about the teams he legitimately can help. If it was a fresh start.
So take the Clippers, take the Lakers, So take the Clippers, the Lakers, take them off the table. So he ain't going back there.
No. I'm chill. I'm saying scratch all the bad blood.
Okay, so that's what
so
I'm
just strictly basketball.
Yeah, strictly basketball teams he legitimately could help.
Minnesota, I think.
Wolves is a good one.
The Charlotte Hornets.
Sure.
You don't like that one, do you?
Off the bench.
I love that.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
They need someone who could get downhill.
Yeah.
That would be good for them.
They would. Who else?
Could he help them?
Who's a backup guard? Who's the backup guard in Cleveland right now?
Schroeder, right?
Cleveland might be interesting.
It's Dennis Schroeder, but Russ bad than him. That's why they go off Russ in the first place.
Orlando.
Yeah, but you know what everybody's gonna say.
What about? I mean, the Heat need shot creators. I mean, he's not a floor spacer or a shooter, but they could definitely use somebody else beyond Davion.
Yeah,
that's true. Off the bench, I like that as well.
I
I think there's some teams that Russ can still help. I just think that you have to limit his minutes and limit his role, because then some of the ugly parts of his game start to leak out from time to time when you increase his role and volume. But like the ball handling responsibility, he can still do that for your team. Getting into the paint and playmaking, collapsing defenses, he can still do that for your team. Pushing pace and increasing your team's pace and transition opportunities, he can still do that for your team. He's still one of the best interior passers in the league. So he's going to help out your bigs as well offensively. And I still think that Russell Westbrook he's a decent defender as well. So like I think Russ could contribute to winning basketball.
He'll definitely compete on a defensive end for sure. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, if we're just thinking about it, like Russ can really play the backup point guard for pretty much any team. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of a team where who can't use, well, maybe not Portland. Portland already has enough guards. Mm-hmm. So
I would say Portland and the Knicks are really the only two teams where I'm like, no.
I think he can help.
The Knicks could use a backup point guard.
They could. The reason why I'm just saying no is because their team literally just won the championship, and so like I wouldn't tinker with anything, even if it is a backup point guard. I think they have like a good nucleus, a good core. They already have all the pieces necessary and the ingredients necessary to win a championship.
I don't like Orlando just because I like Anthony Black over Russ.
But when you guys are talking about backup point guard, like that makes sense, right? When you're talking about Russ as just a contributor coming off the bench, all that makes sense.
Right.
But when has Russ ever done that? Like even his usage rate last year with the Kings was in the mid-20s, which is really high, right? Like if you said, oh, Russ, come and play 15 minutes a game, okay, I would buy that. But is Russ buying that? Like I have a hard time believing that Russ wants to go anywhere and not just be full on.
Did he do that with the Clippers in Denver?
He did that in Denver. Yes, he did.
Okay, that was an exception, no doubt. And he looked great with Joker, but I think Joker makes a lot of people look good. Like where else though are you looking at Russ? You don't think Joker makes a lot of people look good?
He didn't make Joker look good.
Wait, John, are we having a conversation about Russell Westbrook going somewhere and starting at the point guard position?
No, because we're not doing
that. That's I didn't know that was a conversation we're having. No. He did what he did for us because we sucked. Like that's like the Kings we suck. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And I mean Devin Carter. Of course you're gonna have high usage. DeMontis is out. All of that. But I'm thinking of teams where he can go and contribute and they can actually like make a decent run, like a second round or further. I'm thinking of him actually going to play meaningful basketball. And if it's at the starting point guard position. There's no team at this point in the NBA and this point in Russell Westbrook's career where if he's starting at the point guard position,
they're
serious. A serious basketball team.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're thinking about him as a backup, I'm cool with that. I'm just wondering about if he thinks about it like that, because that's why I landed on when you're talking about winning basketball. That's why I landed on the Pistons. I'm like, okay, they could use another ball handler and shot creator. He's not going to help space the floor, but whatever, he can still be useful. I just wonder about Russ being willing because. You guys mentioned Denver. Okay, he took a step back in Denver and came off the bench and he looked good. But I just wonder if that's something that he'd be willing to do again, like for real.
I mean, if the team is good enough and he finds it like an opportunity to win, I think he'll do it. I think he's shown to do that lately in his career. But like, is he going to come off the bench for a team like Sacramento? I mean, probably not. But the team is good enough, then he'll buy into the winning. He was fantastic in Denver.
He probably thinks, Ron, that he's better than Davion Mitchell. So if he's in Miami, he's looking at Davion Mitchell like, I should be starting in front of him.
No, he's not.
Russell Westbrook's better than Davion Mitchell. Now, if you're talking about the role for that team to play defense and stand in the corner, all right, maybe Davion.
Yeah, we are talking about the role, right? Absolutely, I'm talking about the role he has to play on the basketball team. That role, Davion's better than Russell Westbrook.
The initial statement was Davion Mitchell is better than, or Russell Westbrook is looking at Davion Mitchell like I'm better than you, and he should be because he is better than him.
Yeah, well, I can't speak on how he looks at Davion. Sure, he's a competitor. It's Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook looks at Luka Doncic like he's better than him. He could look at Davion like that, sure, but he's not.
Even today.
All right.
Yesterday, Russ is looking at Luka Doncic like, yo, I'm still better than him. And we know he's not, but that's Russ. Like, cool, think that way, but he's not. Bro.
Yeah, but it's, you know what? I ain't even going to do Davion like that. Fellas, we're going to go ahead and transition. Salute to everybody in here. We got about 2,000 people watching right now across platforms. If you're on Twitter, share the video, repost it, comment on it, do whatever you do on X. If you're on YouTube right now, watching us live, like the video, subscribe, become a member, all of that good stuff. Also, too, today is Wednesday. A couple days from now on Friday, we will be doing our annual panel chat awards. The voting is over. Tomorrow, I will announce the nominees. There will be 3 nominees in each category. And on Friday, we will decide, or, well, you guys have decided, but we will reveal who ends up winning each awards. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to announce this. I can't wait to have this episode. It is going to be a hell of a time. You guys make sure you get here early because I'm telling you, it's going to be one for the ages. Pull up and be ready. But as of right now, y'all, we're going to go ahead and transition. We are going to get into super chats. Before we do that, though, John, you're dropping something a little special today, right?
Yeah, I did a thing for CBS today about Face of the League rankings. I think we were talking about it when we were at Fanatics Fest a little bit about LeBron just like taking over the league and like how amazing it was that at 41, he's still the guy. And that got me thinking a little bit about, because, Ant was asked about it recently about what does it take to be the face of the league. And he's kind of been like, I'm not sure that I want to be that guy, and you got to win a championship and whatever. So we were just kicking around, work a little bit. So yeah, we did the top 10 face of the league rankings, which I know you guys will have no opinions on whatsoever.
Exactly. So we're going to read a couple super chats, and then we are going to talk about who John believes is the face of the league and who's after that and who's after that, all the way from 1 to 10. And, obviously we won't have any opinions, wink, wink. So we'll see how that goes. But John, on YouTube, when we're doing our live show, we have a lot of people that would send through super chats and ask us questions or debate whatever we have to say, or just say something that's just off the cuff. So we're going to go ahead and dive into these super chats. The first one I got is from Thunder Up 404. Thunder Up sent through $19.99 and said, how many rings would the 90s Bulls have if they were in the league from 2011 to 2020? First three-peat in the league from 2011 to 2014, 94 and 95 Bulls for 2015 and 2016, and the second three-peat from 2017 to 2020.
That's
So
11, 12, 13. That's
so 91 to 93. So 90, 91, 91, 92, 92, 93. I think that 92 team wins one of them championships within that and that 93 team.
This is probably going to sound like some Jordan Glaze, and that doesn't usually come from me, but I actually think they probably win the first 3 titles, 11, 12, and 13. I think that Scottie Pippen at that point, that's probably peak defensive Scottie Pippen. I think he's giving Bron and Wade, when he's on them, a pretty hard time. Jordan can guard at this point as well. I think they can beat the Mavericks in 11. And then 12, 13 is a toss-up, but I'm leaning.
Think they could beat the Mavericks?
Yeah, they can beat the Mavericks. But
so 13 is playing against 93, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the Bulls.
Yeah, I got the second three-peat, though, I think they start losing. Like
the 90, that 94 and that 95 team is
Warriors are in the league is tough.
Yeah, they're not being.
The 94 and that 95 team's not winning any.
So wait, is 96 is 96 playing 16 Warriors?
Yes.
If 96 is playing 16 Warriors, I got the Bulls. If they're playing 17 Warriors, we gotta.
Well, we gotta think, because you gotta get 10 years, so you gotta start with 1990. Like,
okay, so
logistically, you just have to.
So 90, 91.
No,
you have to
November
start
of
with 1989.
90.
So the 89-90 season?
Yeah, so you have to start with that team in 2011. No?
No, because that's 2011. That's the 2010, 2011 group. Like it
Well,
would
you
be
can't
19.
you can't have the first three-peat be 11 to 14 because that's 4 seasons.
right.
Okay, so
that's
10,
what I'm
11,
saying.
11,
Which
12,
means the 94
12,
Bulls would have to
13.
be in 2014.
Okay, so
So
And
no,
there's
let's
95
just
Bulls
line,
would
let's
have-
just line it up.
10,
perfect.
11, 11, 12, 12,
So
13,
91
14.
versus 11, 92
Yeah.
versus 12. So
Yeah,
then
like that.
they're already done by 2019, right? Because that's the 99 Bulls.
Yeah, 19 is it.
Mm-hmm.
So
19 is
18 is
99,
where
so
it ends.
18
18 is where it ends.
in
So
98, yeah.
11 to 18, how many did they win?
Yeah.
And we've already, I don't know, Ox probably disagrees. We've already written off the 94 and 95 Bulls in
Yes.
14
Yeah.
and 15.
Wait, hold on.
That's why I said it.
Hey, because I mean, 14, that's the Spurs.
The San Antonio Spurs of 2014 mopped that 94 Bulls team.
Nah, it would be
Smoked them
15.
dudes.
It would be 15 and
Hey,
16.
Kawhi don't want it was 94 Scotty.
Oh, they smoked them dudes. Holy shit. They
I mean,
smoked them dudes.
there's no guarantee they get past the Heat in the East.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, we got to play. Oh, you're right, because they didn't make it to the
Yeah, you gotta
championship.
get-
You're right,
you gotta
you're
get
right, you're
that.
right. Okay.
Are they getting by Indiana?
They gotta get past these teams.
They getting by Indiana.
Are they getting by Indiana?
Like Lil Paul
Probably
George.
not, actually.
Real?
Yeah,
Are they
no.
getting? I don't know if they're getting
Man,
by Indiana.
Tony Kukoc is frying Paul George.
Okay, so
Paul
what is that?
George would give Tony Kukoc hell defensively. I don't know what you're talking about. PG is locking that up.
Well, Paul George would be
though.
guarding.
He wouldn't be guarding. I know, but even in Ox's hypothetical, PG is locking that up.
And isn't
Scotty's
that
locking. But Scotty's
That
locking Paul
also
George, so.
that was also Tony wasn't as good his first year as he was in his second and third, and like he wasn't as good.
and isn't that
His
all
first year
star?
was here.
But Scotty's locking Paul George though. So like,
But wait a minute, though,
Tony
Mars.
Kukoc out to show some love, but Scotty's locking Paul George.
Mars, isn't that all star Roy Hibbert?
That's second in DPOY, Roy Hibbert.
He busting
That's
Luke
nice.
Longley ass. He is
Yeah, you
busting
better-
Luke Longley's ass.
You better respect the king of verticality. Come on.
Fellas,
Busting his ass.
as much as I would like to talk about these years, can we get to the real meat and potatoes of this whole thing?
Okay.
Like, can we? Yes. Can we really talk what's really going on?
I think
If
think
Steph
96
is
I think 96
hurt like he was in real life, I'll probably go with the Bulls. If Steph's healthy, I got the Warriors.
It's got to be. I mean, at the very least, it's got to be more difficult, though, right? I mean, like the Bulls in the '90s had that run, and like you rattled off all the teams that if you're lining. I was told there'd be no math on this thing, so I was trying to like visualize how these teams were supposed to line up. But
Yeah.
you run into, like you said, the 14 Spurs, the Warriors, multiple LeBron iterations. Like it's gonna, like you were saying, you got to get there first. It makes it way more tough for them.
Yeah,
They do got to beat
we
the
just
16
assume,
Cavs.
because
That's
since
tough.
since in '96
That's
the
it.
Bulls made it to the championship, we'll just assume that's the '90 that Bulls versus that Warriors. I think the '96 Bulls beat the 16 Warriors. Now 17,
17.
97, 18,
17.
98. That's,
Well, they're
that's a
fried.
different
Yeah,
story.
we already
Yes.
acknowledged that losing the KD is.
17 with the KD.
I don't know if they beat the 16 Cavs.
Beat the Cavs, exactly.
Yeah,
because
I don't
by
know.
the time we
multiple
get to
LeBron versions.
by the time we get to 2016 Bron and 96 Jordan,
they was deeper than
LeBron
that.
is
Nope.
so much
Shit.
clear.
He might be
Shit.
better. I ain't
Much
arguing that
better.
point, real talk.
Shit.
He
so
is
much
better.
better in 16 than Mike in 96.
Bro, what you fighting at? He's clearly better.
What?
Yeah.
2016 George, 2016 James
Wait,
is
because
clearly
they
better
got
than
Dennis
96
too, though.
Jordan.
Right? They got Dennis over there in '90s. Come on, man.
And
have Dennis
Ron
already.
Harper.
Ron Harper,
That was-
Dennis,
that was
Scotty-
thick.
Scotty
Bad
still
knee,
doing
Ron.
his-
That was sick.
Steve
Scotty's
Steve
still
Kerr
doing
still
his
coming
thing
and
in
spraying off the
96
bench.
Yeah,
I just think they-
I-
I think that 96
And Jordan still what, 32 a game?
No, he was like 30.
He like
games.
30. He like 30 something.
30, 32.
But the
He
Bulls-
leading the league in scoring. That's what he's doing. I don't know what
The Bulls are so much deeper at that point, though. In the East, I mean, when we talking about the Eastern Conference. The
They
Bulls,
deep relative to their era. That's they're
Tony
deep
Kukoc
relative
is
to
better
that
than
era.
Sean Livingston
I mean,
and
they-
Andre Iguodala.
No, that's fine. They're also bringing.
I don't know,
Bill
it
Whittington off
That
the bench.
is true, real talk. Yes, it is.
That's fine. That's
Wait,
fine.
real talk.
But
When
they're
you go
also
back
bringing
watching
Bill
videos,
Whittington off the bench.
when
Like,
you
was
when
their
you
like
go back,
10th guy or 11th
when you
guy.
go back doing your
Who
hate
is
watch
Zaza
videos,
Pachulia?
you're
He like
not
that
paying attention to
eight
Tony
guy.
Who
Kukoc.
is Zaza
No.
I
Pachulia?
like Tony Kukoc.
Bill
but
Whittington
I'm very
in
high on
96
Andre
is like
Iguodala.
their 8 for
Me
7 for 8
too.
guy. Because their pecking order will go MJ, Scottie Pippen,
Mhm.
Dennis Rodman, I guess, Luke Longley, Ron Harper, Kukoc, Steve Kerr, and like Bill Whittington. That
That's
was
a
like
squad.
their 8
Dickie Simpkins
a
played in
squad.
front of Bill Whittington.
in the playoffs. No, he didn't. Like
So
that,
who's
that,
Jack
and,
J. Love?
I'm respect to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's not that good, and he's like their second man off the bench.
And
was
he's
like
a
that-
hell of a
that-
ball
that-
Hell
shooter.
of a
great.
shooter.
That sure. That depth, sure, on 3-point line that year. That depth was great relative
play in the
to
playoffs.
their time. That depth is okay. Scotty, MJ, Rodman, great. Kukoc, really good. Ron Harper, cool. Luke Longley, Bill Whittington, Steve Kerr, and then a bunch of guys who ain't even playing for real.
But here's the thing, though, Lawrence.
They're all playing
That's
42 minutes.
That's
They're
what
all
I'm
playing
saying. You
42
don't,
minutes,
and you don't
Lawrence.
need depth when you got dogs.
Okay, but that's a different point. So they had great depth. I'm cool. Say they're playing all these
So
minutes.
Jordan,
fine,
Scotty,
they had great depth.
Kukoc,
Now
Luke
we're talking about,
Longley,
okay, but
Dennis
they don't need
Rodman,
depth.
Ron
Pick
Harper,
a
Steve
guy.
Kerr, Randy Brown, Bill Whittington. So Bill Whittington was like the 8th, 9th guy. Judd Bushler. Yeah, they had 10 guys.
In 16, who's moving the needle? Harrison Barnes?
Leandro Barbosa. Put some respect.
Yeah, we do know that Golden State's bench is killing.
I mean, that was
Chicago's
the
bench.
strength in numbers year, right? 2016 strength. in
Yes,
numbers,
that was
Yeah.
what made them 73 and 9.
That's one of the best benches ever, for sure. But once again, you don't need depth when you got dogs.
Who guarded
That's
Steph
fine.
Curry
I'm
on the
not
96
saying you need or
Bulls?
don't need depth. I'm saying the point of
Jordan's
Bulls'
guarding
depth
Steph.
was elite. It's just not true. That depth,
You said
that
who?
depth was great for that.
Jordan got to guard Steph.
Jordan couldn't guard Reggie
No,
Miller,
Ron
let alone
Harper.
Reggie Miller with a handle.
What are we talking about?
I mean, yeah, nobody's guarding.
I don't
Steph.
think it's in Jordan's.
Well,
best interest
wait,
to chase
wait,
Steph
in
around. I don't
in
think it's
in
interest to chase
16.
Steph around.
Okay, first of
Oh,
all,
Scotty-
I'm sick
Scotty
of real
Scotty-
talk. Wait a minute,
guard him in
because
the-
real talk always does this with us. Are you trying to tell us about Steph Curry not being like Michael Jordan not being able to deal with Steph Curry? So which rules are we playing with real talk?
Well, it's in the 2010s, so he
It's
doesn't
in the
get a choice of
2010s.
what
So I
rules.
want you to
No hand
imagine
checking.
real talk I want you to imagine real talk with Steph Curry running off of those screens on the offensive end, Klay Thompson not being able to put hands on Michael Jordan. Imagine that for a second. Put your mind on that.
Why would he not be able to put hands on Michael Jordan?
Because you couldn't put hands on guys during that time. It was the
But this is
freedom of
just not
movement
true.
era.
This is not true because
this is
go watch the
Wait,
20.
am I losing
go
my mind?
watch the 2016
What the fuck
finals
is going
and
on?
watch how
Do we
they
not
get
have the
molested.
freedom of
They
movement
were
era
holding Steph
going
Curry
on?
all
What is happening right now?
Games are online.
What is going on?
playoff
We were all
action.
there. It's the freedom of movement era.
Yeah,
You
can
cannot
call
put
it what
hands
it
on
is.
guys.
Go watch the games. They are grabbing Steph Curry. They are pulling him.
And it's a
They're
foul.
grabbing him. So how is Steph averaging 4
The reason
If he-
why Steph
They are
The reason-
grabbing Steph at every opportunity. Go watch the game.
Right, go watch the games.
Every time they're grabbing him, they're holding. They've been guarding stuff like that for
amazing to
over a
me. The reason why
decade.
Steph is-
And you
the
just
reason
want to
why
tell me freedom of movement means you can't touch people.
The
But I'm
reason-
watching Steph get molested.
Be
So
that
this is the
as
same
it
era.
may, it's different though. Like without
way different.
Kevin Durant, I'm just
He
talking
said you
about the
can't touch
matchups.
him. That's what he said.
No,
can.
I'm just talking about without Kevin Durant, without Kevin Durant on this team. We're talking about the 2016 Warriors. Them dudes, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Ron Harper, they're switching all that off them screens and stuff. Like any of them dudes could guard Steph because they don't got Kevin Durant to have to worry
Why
about.
weren't they doing that against Reggie Miller?
Like that.
And- okay, chill. In their time, we don't even have to consider in 16. In their time, Michael Jordan struggled to guard Reggie Miller. He struggled to navigate all of those screens and keep up with all of the movement.
Who did
Reggie
Scottie
Miller-
Pippen struggle to guard? Besides Grant Hill?
No.
Penny Hardaway.
Stay right
Penny
there.
Hardaway.
We're talking about struggling.
Steph ain't Penny.
We're talking about struggling to
Grant-
guard
Grant
people.
Hill.
So it's a
Grant
great.
Hill.
So
I already said I said Grant Hill, and Steph ain't nailed one of them.
And I could use that same.
Penny his
And I
love.
could use that same logic. What Mars is trying to tell us about going to watch the games. James Harden led the league in free throws. Jordan was way more aggressive than him. Way more.
Wait. He said who's guarding Steph? Who's guarding Jay?
Oh, that doesn't
Klay
exist.
Thompson.
That doesn't exist.
No, I mean, what?
Andre Iguodala.
Klay Thompson
Iguodala.
and Andre Iguodala.
Don't make me throw something.
They have way
Iguodala.
better- they have way- they have
Andre
way better
Iguodala's getting his
answers to
ass
that
fried.
question. They have better answers to that
Everybody's
question.
gonna
No, they
get their
don't.
ass fried.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Andre
No, they
Iguodala
don't.
is a way better
Yo,
matchup for Michael Jordan
that
than Michael Jordan for Steph Curry.
No, he's
real talk. That would literally be that they faced. That would be the best defense that they faced. The Warriors, the Bulls.
The Bulls will be the best
Has
defense.
Michael Jordan ever in his I'm finna get. Has Michael Jordan ever in his life
You're
had a
getting
positional matchup defending him like Andre Iguodala?
Has Andre Iguodala ever in his life had?
That's
Oh,
like
he did
Joe
guard
Dumars.
Kobe. He
That's
did
like
guard
Joe
Kobe. He
Dumars.
did guard
Don't worry.
Kobe.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn about Joe Dumars.
Iguodala, I
guard
think we're
Kobe.
forgetting how good he was as a defender, but it's also Jordan because
Yeah, it's Michael Jordan. You can just
the
leave that
reverse
one
is
on
true. When we're talking about who's guarding Steph, those guys are unguardable they're legends for a reason. So you throw your best guy at him. But yeah, Iguodala was a really good defender, but yeah, he probably gets cooked anyway.
Absolutely.
The Warriors shot twice as many threes, man. You're not overcoming that, in my opinion.
Did they make twice as many threes as the Bulls also?
Probably more than twice as many.
That's something you got to.
And that's also
Totally
acknowledging
different era.
the Bulls were shooting with a shortened 3-point line,
Yeah.
which absolutely inflated their 3-point volume.
Okay,
In
so-
2016, they don't have a shortened 3-point line, so that
Right.
3-point volume is not going to be as high as it was in '96. So they're going to actually probably get tripled in terms of 3-point volume. Because the moment the 3-point line went back in '98, they went back to shooting 12 threes a game.
Right. As
So,
opposed to shooting
Warriors
what,
are shooting
15 or 16?
16 and 90.
Okay, so we
The Warriors
basically
are
shooting
one
one more
shooting.
quarter. We're shooting
Sure,
one
yeah,
more.
so you go
We're
from
shooting
16
one
to
more three a
20,
quarter, and it's not like these.
And
It's
the other
not like
team is
Michael
shooting
Jordan. It's
30.
not like Steve Kerr is standing on the long ball line shooting the long ball. He's not doing that. Michael Jordan is not standing on the long ball line, shooting the long ball. Scottie Pippen is not standing on the long ball line, shooting the long ball.
Yeah.
That's not going. That's not going on. So the fact that the long ball, so the fact that the long ball line is moved in, don't get me wrong, I think that it is an advantage. That doesn't mean that the long ball line has always been like that. These guys have been in the league for a long time, which means that we can shoot the basketball from beyond the arc. We can do that. And I'm not saying that we're going to shoot the basketball like the Golden State Warriors, but what we are not going to do is we're not going to get overcome because of that. No, that's not going to be the difference.
If your team shoots 3 times as many threes as you,
well, first of all,
also
we're not going to
best
give up that many
team
threes
in the league.
Are you under the impression that we're going to give up that many threes?
Yes.
Yes,
they're gonna get their threes up. I think we get caught. The flow of basketball doesn't just work like that, though. And I know threes are more than twos, and you have to match the threes and stuff. The flow of basketball that's not how it works. Because you still have to defend my strengths too. And so like it wouldn't like that. That is a video game way of thinking. Like I'm gonna shoot all threes and you shoot all twos,
but that's the way the game works now.
Shoot all threes. What I said was they shoot 3 times as many.
I understand.
They're gonna shoot 900 threes a game.
If you're playing it in this era, right? You're bringing the 90s Bulls into the teens and you're making them play that game. It's a totally different game. I mean, like the Mavs
John, they're not
that, and that would be a disadvantage for them.
But John, they're not playing that way though. If you bring them from that era, they're still going to play the way that they play.
Okay,
I mean,
I've
watched teams try run the triangle in the 2010s, and that shit sucked.
Yeah, teams without Jordan, Pippen.
I'm not saying that their triangle is going to suck. What I'm saying is, I've watched teams run the triangle. That shit sucks. You can add the Bulls to it. It doesn't mean that's just going to translate and they're going to be an elite offense in 2016 running the triangle.
Once again, the Bulls also
the Warriors had triangle principles. So
no, I understand that.
Triangle?
No, I get that. Once again, there's one big factor in this whole thing.
Yes, the Michael Jordan.
I have a guy I can give the ball to, and he can give us 50 any game he wants to. So that changes things up a little.
And Steph can't.
That
Steph
second three-peat, Mike, not
what Michael Jordan were you what? I know you weren't there, but you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. No, because this is the second day this week that you tried to get off a Michael Jordan agenda. You have to stop. You don't know what you're talking about. You just don't know what you're talking about. You are misinformed, buddy. You're misinformed. Yeah, you are trying to hate on Michael Jordan. This is the second time this week. You've been trying to do this. Hey, you've been trying to do this for a year straight. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. All right. You don't know who you messing with.
96.
You don't know who you messing with.
93 Mike.
He doesn't have to be. He's still Mike.
91.
What is his first name and what is his last name and what is his middle name and what number does he wear? What is his last name? What number does he wear?
James. He's still not LeBron James.
What year are you talking about? What year LeBron are you talking about?
2016.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the year we're talking about.
Listen.
No. I get that. Time out. Hold on. You listen right quick. From 2009 to 2020, I don't care what LeBron James you pick. LeBron James is still LeBron James. I know you guys are trying to say, oh, he had a down season in 2015. Shit, relative to what? And relative to who? Okay, and guess what? Him compared to everybody else is still LeBron James. Michael Jordan in 96, relative to anybody else, is still Michael Jordan.
96.
Good luck.
We're not comparing
Good luck.
to other. Oh my God, are you
Good luck.
I'm trying to be respectful.
Good luck.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't know what he's talking about, Chill, because you know who Michael Jordan in 96 is.
No, this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. He's comparing 33-year-old Michael Jordan to 29-year-old Michael Jordan.
Now compare 33-year-old Jordan to anybody else to lace up their kicks and get on the court.
I'm fine doing that. I'm a hot take. I'm not entirely convinced 96 MJ is better than 2016 Steph Curry.
He's not. That's the point I'm trying to get at, Mars.
Yeah,
96.
I'll be right back. I gotta go pet my therapy dog.
First three-peat Mike.
Here we go.
And y'all try to act like that's the same player.
I gotta go pet the therapy dog because this is crazy.
Is it right? It isn't the same player, real talk. But I think the difference that you leaving out, the problem that I have with you is you leaving out like how much smarter Jordan is. Jordan ain't Air Jordan no more. Like he ain't beating you with flight and athleticism no more. But he's way smarter. So he's still he's a master of the triangle. The Bulls are the master of the triangle. Now I understand, Mars, your logic is that these teams tried to run the triangle back then. These teams tried to run the triangle. It was new to them. The 96 Bulls, this offense had been implemented and they've been running it for years. This is something that they didn't just start doing. The reason why these teams tried to run the triangle in that era and they couldn't figure it out because right then and there they had just learned it. These dudes had already learned the triangle. They had already mastered it. They had already known where to be and where not to be. And real talk, since you on the subject of defenders, and as good as Andre Iguodala is as a defender, and I'm asking you an honest question, is Andre Iguodala a better defender than Eddie Jones?
Yes.
Yes.
Is he a better defender than Bobby Fields?
Yes.
I just want to make sure that I'm following you guys. Is he a better defender than Derek McKee?
Yes.
So Andre Iguodala during that time, let's see, Scotty, Mike, Gary Payton, David Robinson, Dennis Rodman, Olajuwon, Horace Grant, Mookie Blaylock, Derek McKee, Bobby Fields. So Andre Iguodala is a top 10 defender in the league in 1996. Am I bugging out? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, it would be. Absolutely.
So,
and we are talking specifically to guard Michael Jordan.
I don't think Bobby Fields was ever a top 10 defender in the league, but I mean, I guess just because he made a whole defensive team.
I think he was. I think he was better than Mitch
the point I was making.
He wasn't better than Patrick Ewing. Ewing went on the whole defensive team.
In 1996?
Yes.
The point I was trying to make between Michael Jordan in 96 is that, and then Mars kind of brought it home. I'm not sure if he's better than 16 Curry at that point. What Michael Jordan fans try to do is act as if first three-peat Jordan and second three-peat Jordan are the same players. They're not. First three-peat Jordan is a better player than 96, 97, 98 Jordan. In fact, that second three-peat Jordan isn't better than a lot of players all time if we're going to keep it a K. But I'm going to just leave that alone because that's not –
You don't know who you messing with.
That three-peat
Jordan. You don't know who
you
speaking of.
That 3P Jordan not better than 08 to 10 Kobe. That 3P Jordan not better than Kobe. 09 to 14
What is Steph Curry? What are you talking about?
You said what?
Bro, Michael Jordan was still that good in 96.
But he don't know who he talking about. He does not know. He just doesn't know. No, you don't.
I do know.
This hate watch thing you're doing to LeBron is frying your brain.
So that means that frying your brain, real talk. Curry, so that means 2016. So that means
this hate watch thing you're doing for Jordan. Going back,
I'm not
trying to
Jordan.
You are. You've been doing this. You've already told everybody what you're gonna do. You're going back. He did this. He did this with Magic last year.
If you're a user,
you're trying to figure out ways to make it seem like he's not as good as he was. Jordan was still that good. He didn't jump as high.
Jordan wasn't as good as he was,
but he was still in the air. He got in the air.
He got stronger. He got stronger.
Lying about what? Lying about what?
He added
96
more
Jordan is not as good as 93 Jordan.
Nobody said that.
No, that's not exactly what I'm saying, real talk. That's not
nobody said that. Even though I think that.
He just said he's just as good.
Hold on. Well, stop yelling and listen to what I'm saying. 93 Jordan was so good that in 96 Jordan wasn't necessarily as good as that, but he had added different things to his game. He got stronger. He put a little more block work on it. He got more. He got smarter with his game. He couldn't jump as high, which is not that big a deal.
He was
still jumping higher than everybody, but he was jumping stronger. He was playing smarter. His defense was still elite. Like if you're trying to do this hate watch thing that you're trying to do, it's frying your brain. Like it didn't look the same.
First off, you are misinforming the people because I already said I'm not even doing that with Jordan this offseason. I've already cleaned that up. What I'm saying,
why aren't you doing
it? If you and this is the problem with NBA. This is the problem with NBA fandom because this is the problem when you debate these old niggas and quasi old niggas and Ron and Ox. They try to act as if that Michael Jordan was just the best shit popping ever.
I'm not acting like anything. Did you hear what I said?
He wasn't. He
didn't
wasn't.
say
He
that.
wasn't.
Did you hear what I said?
Are you going to let me respond? Are you going to
No,
let me
because
respond?
yes,
Are
he
you
was.
going to
You're
let
not
me respond?
listening.
Just
I'm
was
trying
quiet.
to act
Yes,
like
he
Jordan is the
was.
best of all time.
What is going on right now?
Quiet.
Whoa.
Just was
You
quiet.
think it was correct?
Whoa.
All right,
just
I'm
was
off
quiet.
it. I'm off it. I'm off it. You got it, bro. I'm off it.
Thank you. Second
you don't
three-peat
wanna hear
Jordan.
the facts.
It's the, obviously, I'm not sitting here saying that second three-peat Jordan. is a
96
bad
Jordan was
basketball
better
player.
than 08 Kobe.
That is a lie. You
96
are
Jordan.
wrong.
96
You're wrong
Jordan
when
was
you
better
say
than
that.
09
You're
Wade.
wrong.
96
You're
Jordan was
wrong.
better
When you
than
say
09
that,
Wade.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Sit
You
your ass
are
down
wrong.
somewhere.
Oh,
Sit down
96
somewhere.
Jordan is
Nigga,
not
I'm
better
not
than
finna
09
do this.
Wade.
I'm not finna do
You're
this shit
wrong.
with you.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're just wrong. You're wrong.
09 Wade would say he ain't better than 96 Jordan.
Fellas,
96 Jordan was so Jordan
Well,
came back so
we're allowed to
hold
disagree with
on.
09
Jordan
Wade.
Jordan came back so strong. Like so different, bro. He was moving different. He was like, I'm not gonna just keep jumping over everybody. I'm going to start frying you. Pull up, bow over the top. I'm not missing that shit. He had shots he could not miss. He added different aspects to his game. Real talk. He wasn't the jump over you, run faster than you, same dude he always been.
But he was still running faster than you was jumping over you though.
He was.
I don't know.
Ron, but that's the part. That's the part that we missed, Ron. That's the part that we missed. Hold on. That's the part we missed. He was still jumping higher and running faster, but he wasn't depending on flight anymore. I'm catching that ball 17 feet from the rim. I'm gonna open up and do whatever I want to do to you.
Your ass.
Anything I want to do to you. And he'll do the same thing to Klay Thompson. And he'll do the same thing to Andre Iguodala.
I can't believe you dudes is talking to me about this freedom of movement era. DeMar DeRozan was third in the fucking league in free throws, and he lived in the mid-range. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Jordan lived in the mid-range, and he had way more game than him. Way more.
Well, no one said MJ would have
What's
get to
going
the
on?
line. I just disagree with the you can't touch him point.
Yo, fellas, we do got to move on. Before we do, John, I want to include you in this conversation, and I just want to give you 4 players, and you give me the order that you will put them in.
Okay.
Obviously, 96 Jordan, 2008 Kobe, 2009 Dwayne Wade, 2016 Steph Curry.
Jordan, Curry. Wait, where we had Wade and who was the other one?
2009 Wade, 2008 Kobe, 2016 Steph.
Oh man, the Steph and Kobe one is tough. Jordan first, then it's a debate between Steph and Kobe. I'd have Wade last for every. I mean, when you guys were yelling about Dean, the Wade wouldn't even think that he was better than Jordan, right? I totally agree with that. Like,
yeah, that's crazy to think.
I'd have Wade last. Wade had an amazing career, but the conversation for me is really between Steph and Kobe, because those two guys in those years that you're calling were at the top of their game, right? I mean, damn. I guess I'd lean Steph just by a little bit, but it's tough. It's real, and I love Kobe, but that's the call.
Oh, no.
All right.
MJ is just above these conversations. I mean, I guess.
Okay, it's MJ.
MJ first.
MJ.
Oh,
might
no,
be the
I
best
saw
player on
16
that
Steph
list.
Curry, and they were
I
saying he
understand.
was better than prime LeBron James, but all of a sudden, fucking MJ
He's
and
not better
96
than
is
96
bro.
Michael Jordan.
Well, LeBron will be 4th on that list.
I'm not saying he wouldn't be. I'm saying prime LeBron James was existing at the same time as 2016 Curry, and people were saying Curry was better than him. But
Yeah, I'd have
96
LeBron over him.
I'm not saying you
LeBron-
wouldn't. I probably would as well. But
Yeah.
now 96 MJ is a bridge too far. It's just I don't know. I saw a different Steph Curry, I guess.
Steph Curry was incredible in 2016. Yes, he was. He was absolutely incredible. And if we're saying this, Ron, if we're saying this, then that means that 2016 Steph Curry transport him back with his game, transport him back to 1996. He's the best player in the NBA.
How does
That's
that
what we're
mean
saying.
that?
Because he's better than Jordan.
That's not what that means.
He's better than 96 Jordan. Is that fair?
Yeah,
16
Steph.
I don't care what Steph would do 20 years prior. I'm not saying if I think a player is better than someone, that doesn't mean I think you're better in every era of basketball to exist. That doesn't make sense.
But that's what we're doing right now. We're taking this 96
I'm
Bulls
saying
and we're bringing them into the
MJ
2010s.
Yeah, but that's the conversation of which team would win.
Right?
96 MJ in
And
his
Jordan's
league,
game
to me,
from the 90s
not
is coming into the
definitively better than
2010s.
16 Steph. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
I'm saying 96 MJ in his league.
Yep.
So in the 90s is not definitively better to me than 16 Steph Curry was in his league. I'm not saying put 16 Steph in 96 or put 96 MJ in 2016, who ranks higher, because now I'm talking about, okay, the value of the 3-point line is changed. You put Steph in a league where the 3-point line is 2 feet shorter. Yeah, okay, maybe he is the best player to ever exist. But then it was like, oh, the coach is going to let him shoot threes. Like, I don't care about that hypothetical. I don't care what he was doing in a different era. I'm saying Steph in his league, what he was doing in 2016, to me, isn't just clearly worse than what MJ was doing in 96. The man made 400 threes.
Yeah, he made 400 plus threes.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm done. Cause I just realized why y'all saying that. Cause the Cavs won in 16. The Warriors won in 15.
Yeah.
Not 16. I'm tripping. My bad. So we shouldn't even been talking about the Warriors.
Well, no, because the Bulls are in the East. The Bulls are in the East, which means they would still see the Warriors in the finals.
Right. But in this hypothetical, they only play the champions. You know, so okay.
But yeah,
My
once
bad.
again, I don't know
you.
if 96 MJ is better than 16 Steph. He might be. I just don't know if he is.
The
guy got hurt in the first 12 minutes of the playoffs. I don't know what he wanted to do with that.
What about 16 Steph and 08? Like Ron's question about 08 Kobe though, because that's where I got.
Steph's better to me.
I think he is too.
I got Kobe.
He had a better regular season. The better player is Kobe Bryant, but
that's fine. I don't care regardless. 16 Steph to me, the only people in this century who are talking to him are LeBron James and Shaq.
So.
The better season, real talk. That's where I'm going with. I don't think that at any point, if we're talking about like prime, I don't think Curry was ever better than Bryant as a player. I don't think that.
I agree.
He did have a better season. I'm not going to argue that point, but I don't ever think he was a better player than Bryant.
But he was the best. He's the best shooter in NBA history. I mean, Kobe did a lot of things, but like, was he ever the best in one thing?
He was the best scorer in the NBA.
Best scorer in the
best
league.
bucket get in the league,
and just playing basketball.
Yeah, he was also the best basketball player in the NBA. You know?
And just playing basketball. Other than that, though,
definitely the best bucket getter in the game.
I mean, Steph probably 2016 Steph, like that's the greatest superpower that any basketball player could have. You know, when you break down Marvel characters and it's like who has the best superpower, Steph has the best, like being able to just launch the ball like that.
I mean, that's but you guys are talking about now. All of a sudden, you have me arguing against Kobe, which I've never done in my life, but I'll do it for this. You're talking about the best bucket getter. I mean, that's Steph, right? I mean, like he's the greatest shooter of all time. That's getting buckets.
But Bryant was the best bucket getter in the game at that time. In addition to being the best player,
he wasn't playing at the same time as Kevin Durant. So,
what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Steph's competition to be the best scorer in the league was different to Kobe's. That's what that means.
In addition to being
Kobe's a better scorer than what year is that? 16 KD?
Saying he is or he isn't. I'm saying a different competition. Being the best in a different league doesn't mean that you're better than someone who wasn't the best in their league. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I agree with that statement. However, Kobe Bryant is still a better scorer than Steph Curry.
Sure, I'm not arguing with that.
I was
just making my point. That's it. I made my point.
All right, well, fellas, we're gonna move on to the next super chat. Speaking of being the best scorer in the league, Tupac Westside sent through $10 and said, "Morning, fellas. Caitlin and Kelsey balled out yesterday. I hope Russ gets picked up. He can still help a team. And LA's C's targets,
center targets,
are Jalen Smith, Jericho Sims, and Carlo Medkovic. I prefer Smith."
So, Ron, this one. I need everybody here to mute their mics. Since Caitlin Clark saw the president, it's been different. Real talk. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, ever since the national government got involved with the WNBA and had members of Congress write the goddamn league. Yeah, she's been crying. I guess it is what it is. No, you know what? In all actuality, Caitlin has been hooping. When Caitlin hooping, I give her credit. Caitlin has been hooping lately. She has. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She took over that third quarter, last night's game, and then Kelsey closed it out in the fourth. You know what I'm saying?
National Guard for Caitlin Clark.
I even tweeted out they are still by far and away the best backcourt in the W. Caitlin's great.
Isn't anybody else tired of every conversation about the W coming back to her?
Yes.
No. Every conversation has to involve her. Like, why?
But John, when you're that great and when you're that
That's
good,
happens when you're the face of the league, right? Every conversation about
yeah.
comes back to LeBron.
There you
Is
go.
she though?
Every
she is by
well,
default.
it's undeniable
She is
she's the face of the league. I mean,
Yeah.
every conversation comes back to her. That's the face of the league.
Mhm.
Every conversation in the NBA comes back to LeBron in some capacity. Face of the league. Every
Yeah, I agree
conversation
with you
back
on
in the 90s
LeBron
will come back to Michael Jordan.
I just wonder if like the conversation around her drives her as the face of the league, but like is the talent equal to like her conversation that she drives? Because a lot of it
So
is
you
exactly
have a
what Real
you have
Talk
a
said.
problem
It's about
because
the
you feel
politics,
like
yeah, Asia.
Well, she's not the best.
Asia's
Asia's better than
yeah.
her. Yeah,
Well,
Asia is
She's
the
not,
best
she's not the
player.
best
a better
player in the
player.
league, but she's the most
Yeah.
talked about player in the league.
Asia's
LeBron's
better
not the best player and hasn't been the best player in the league for like half a decade. He's been the face of the league the whole time.
Fair.
The league
no
belongs
doubt.
to Asia.
Yeah,
But
Asia
that-
Wilson is the best player, but the face of the sport is still whether we like it or not, and for the reasons of why she may be. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the you were mentioning LeBron, and I totally agree with you that he's the face of the NBA and has been forever, and he's going to be until he decides that he wants to hang it up. But those are for different reasons, completely different reasons than why Caitlin Clark gets so much run for like what we're talking about anytime the W comes up. A lot of it is what Real Talk was saying. It's about politics and like Congress getting involved, and people want to see like certain things in her. And it's
We had
like,
to call
okay,
the National
Paige
Guard
Jordan
for
is
Caitlin. Are you being
just
serious?
about her.
We had to
Donald
call
Trump has
National Guard for
nothing.
Caitlin.
Donald Trump had nothing to do with last night. Caitlin Clark being the fastest player ever to 500 points and 150 assists in a season. That had nothing to do with Donald Trump. That had nothing to do with the president that was the president when she was born, and that has nothing to do with the next president. That has nothing to do with Indiana politics or what's going on in the local governing association of the city of Indianapolis. That has nothing to do with anything. That has everything to do with Caitlin Clark being the truth at basketball. I for some reason, and I don't know why this is a thing, we just don't want to give Caitlin Clark her credit for being as good of a basketball player as she is. Maybe that's just not because she was the phenom she was at Iowa. I don't know. I don't know.
You do, Real Talk. You don't. Real Talk.
Just because I think other people are better doesn't mean I don't think Caitlin Clark is good. I hate when y'all do that dumbass shit. Just because I think Olivia Miles has been better this year doesn't mean I don't think Caitlin Clark is good. What are y'all talking about? Two things can coexist.
And that's false too.
Even as I've been saying,
that's what I was just
Olivia
saying
Miles
about
has had a
Russell
better
Westbrook.
season. Even as I've been saying, Asia Wilson's the best player in the W. I've always been consistent in saying she's a top 10 player in the sport. I don't think it's not like I think she's whack. She's one of the best players in the world. I just think it's a few players better than her. That's it.
That's an excellent point, and you're absolutely onto something there, because then we come back to her, Caitlin Clark, despite the fact that she's very good, she's not the best player in the league. So why is she the face of the league? And it's because people want to glom onto her and like associate certain things with her, right? It's kind of like a little bit of a Rorschach test where it's like, oh, I like Caitlin Clark because of basketball, or do other people like her because of other things, right? And what she represents, or even though she tries to say, I don't represent certain things, we all know that she does. And that's part of the reason why she's the face of the league and why every conversation about the W invariably comes back to her. And it's like, why? And we know the answer.
People want to make this so political too. It's just kind of like, let's leave it alone. If we could, I think Caitlin would be more appreciated, and it's not even her fault. It's just that people try to clip things onto her. Her fans, she has fans that aren't even fans of basketball. It's just political.
But
Caitlin Clark is a great basketball player, and I don't think she's the best player in the NBA. I don't think she's ever been the best player in the W. I don't think she ever will be the best player in the W. But she's still an awesome basketball player, and when she plays well, I think we should talk about it. When she plays not so well, we should talk about it. But the bottom line is that Asia Wilson is the best basketball player ever, and it's her league,
It's her league. Like that, we all, everybody up here knows that Asia Wilson's the best WNBA player. We don't have to.
The best basketball player ever.
She's not the best basketball player in the world.
Chill.
Euro.
We don't have to do this with Ox. And we don't have to do this with Caitlin.
I'm hearing him say that shit because
we know that there's better players than Caitlin Clark. And we know that Asia Wilson is the best player in the W. My thing is, I just want to bring it back. Like, obviously there are crazy Caitlin stans There are political associations, and it's weird things. And there's just crazy Caitlyn haters too.
We have to call the National Guard, Ron. Did we have to call the National Guard for Caitlyn Clark? Is that what we had to do?
I mean, yeah, she dope like that. But here's my thing though too. Between this panel up here and when we have other conversations with other people that actually know basketball and other people that actually watch the WNBA, we don't have to do that. We can filter all of that out and just talk about what's going on. Right. And my thing is like we can have a serious and a real conversation about what's going on in the WNBA and what's going on with Caitlyn Clark. And we all know she is a phenomenal basketball player. And that's all I'd be wanting to say.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, that's right. She is a phenomenal basketball player.
She's phenomenal.
But would we talk about her this much if it was just about basketball? And the answer is no. The answer is no.
What do you think we would talk about?
This is actually facts as well.
We'd be talking about Asia. We'd be talking about Olivia Miles. We'd be talking about, I don't know, like, and a whole bunch of other players. We talk about her more than anybody, and it's not just because basketball. It's just not.
So the only reason I disagree with that, John, is just because I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like when I you know what I mean? Like for my
fair.
Like I don't like because for me like the conversations I have about the W, and mind you, like I think we've come around a little bit more on this platform to talking about the W more. But like the conversations I have with the WNBA, so I coach girls basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. So I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym with some of the best girls in the state of Oregon all the time. And when we talk about women's basketball, it's not just about Caitlyn Clark. So that's why I don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a part of that part of the media either, to where it's like straight headline, Caitlyn this, Caitlyn that. Oh, did you see when Sophie was pointing out? Like those aren't my circles. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see it that way. So I don't feel like, oh, she gets too much attention. You know, we talk about Nafisa Collier. You know what I'm saying? We talk about Chelsea Gray. We talk about Kelsey Mitchell. We talk about Alicia Gray. We talk about Ryan Howard. We talk about all these great basketball players, Sabrina. We talk about all of them, you know, and I do agree that maybe we wouldn't talk about her this way, but I do believe that Caitlyn Clark would still be talked about a whole lot, you know what I mean? Because she is that good. Like she's one of the top players in the league, you know?
No doubt. No doubt. All I'm saying is that there's all those players that you just rattled off. Like, I think that we would be talking about them more maybe, or that Caitlyn is a very good player. I just think that part of what drives Caitlyn as the face of the league is not about basketball, even to the point where, like you were saying, you know, the media and how they shoehorn her into everything. I think that's exactly right. That's my point. My point is that, like, she doesn't need to be shoehorned into everything. Like after I was in Chicago for the All-Star game, and after the All-Star game happens, Jonquel wins the MVP, right? And what's the headline on, you know, ESPN with CBS competitor or whatever? But the headline was, you know, Caitlyn, whatever, however many points she had, 20 something. And then it was Jonquel. Like, she led, even though there were other stories. And that's my whole point, that if it was just about basketball, Caitlyn would be talked about, no doubt, because she's very good. She wouldn't be the face of the league. She wouldn't be talked about as much. She wouldn't be the driving story, the predominant thing that everybody talks about all the time. Like, it's Caitlyn, and then it's everybody else, and that's not commensurate with what
wouldn't you expect the story to be that Jonquel's gotten every award now? Like, that's
yes,
that's what I think the story should
exactly
be.
Like, yeah, I would have led with, hey, here's the MVP, and then, oh, by the way, Caitlyn also did some other stuff, but instead it was Caitlyn first.
Hey,
that's crazy. That's insane.
John and everybody up here. Two things. One, I have a start bench cut for us. But before we do that, I just want to know, are you guys going to say she's the face of the league when she wins Finals MVP this year?
How's she going to do that?
If Indiana
they win the championship, and
if Indiana win the championship and she win Finals MVP, it's going to get real nasty up here.
John, you are invited to the next episode after they do that. All right.
All right. If that happens, I will come back and I will say that you are right. She deserves to be the face of the league. But prior to that, right now, I would say just on basketball, there are other people, and we rattled them all off, who I would say probably deserve more run than she does.
The face of the league is never just based on basketball.
For sure.
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. It's not just about
telling us Jokic can't be the face of the league because he doesn't talk enough. He doesn't care about popularity. Like, face of the league is always going to entail more than just who's
No
the best
doubt.
basketball player. So sure, Caitlin Clark is the face of the league for more than just basketball, but also if she sucked, like if she was, no disrespect, if she was Jimmer Fredette, who came in with ridiculous hype, but didn't pan out, she wouldn't be the face of the league.
Right.
It's the fact that she came in with all the hype and she's still a top 10 player in the sport. That's why she's the face. Like Angel Reese isn't as good as Caitlin Clark. She's like the second most talked about player in the league.
Sure.
Talk about more than
And
Aisha.
she's worse than Caitlin.
Which actually leads to my point, John.
drafted
The
him over
fact that
Klay
we're
Thompson.
talking about her now puts the spotlight on other people. Like if Caitlin Clark wasn't around, like would we be really paying attention to the players that we should be really paying attention to? Like when they're on TV, we now do pay attention more to what's her name that plays in Atlanta?
Who, Alicia Gray?
Alicia Gray. We pay more attention to her because Caitlin Clark is in the league. We find out that she is a lot nicer than people know. Aaliyah Boston is a lot nicer than people know. Kelsey Mitchell is a lot nicer. Like we probably wouldn't know as much as we know about them if Caitlin Clark wasn't on the crew and doing their thing. Like I think that we would know about them, but I don't think we would know nearly as much as we do.
And that's a damn shame. Chief.
And that's but it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well,
I think- but I think
somebody
it's-
had to. Magic
but
and
I think
Bird
it's
had to
like-
crack the gates open for the
Yes.
league in the 80s. Like
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
somebody has to be, the bridge for people to want to come cross
Yes.
and go and explore.
To your
'cause
point,
Diana
John, there's
Taurasi
this
and Maya
guy.
Moore never played in the league.
Right, but that's the downside. The downside is that
Two
we didn't
players that
have
are
that.
much better than Caitlin Clark, by the way.
Yep. And it took somebody to do that. But to your point, John, there's a guy in Magic and there's a guy in Bird who's awesome. But you know what? There's this guy that puts his head above the rim in Atlanta. We don't really know about him until they playing against the Celtics on TV. So now we're seeing more of Dominique Wilkins. Now we're seeing more of Alex English. Now we're seeing more of Bernard King. And the reason why is because of these two dudes. So now we're seeing more of Kelsey Mitchell. Now we're seeing more of Alicia Gray. Now we're seeing more of these players because of Caitlin Clark. And I think that's a good thing for her and for the league.
It can be, yeah. I mean, like the W definitely gets more attention now, and part of that is because of Caitlin Clark. There's no doubt about that. I just keep coming back. Like I like the W. I like basketball. I'll watch any kind of basketball. Like when I was in Chicago, we went to EYBL and saw Gigi, and she, I'll watch any basketball anywhere. The more that we talk about the W, the more that I get Caitlin fatigue because there's so many other storylines where I'm like, oh, like the Lynx have been awesome this year, or what's going on with the Liberty, or, hey, the Storm, despite the fact that they don't have a great record, like they've got a nice young core.
Maybe compete.
Right?
man.
Like, there's just so many things you could talk about.
Hey,
Asia,
man.
Asia. I love watching Asia play and Chelsea and like all those guys. But so invariably it's a Caitlin conversation though. It always ends up back with Caitlin. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one on the panel who's like, man, I get Caitlin fatigue.
I'm with you.
I would love to get
definitely
Caitlin fatigue.
I get more of the fatigue of the overrating of the player more so than I don't really care that she's the face of the W, to be honest with you. It is what it is. She's the face. She's what drives ratings and product movement and everything like that. So I'm not even mad about that. I get the fatigue of, oh, she's the best player in the league. Oh, she's that to me is what drives me crazy. The face of the league, I don't really care.
John, when you was in Chicago, you should have came over to New Balance and checked out Nunu Philippe and Zoe Sanders.
I would have loved to do that. Next time I need a heads up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We put on an absolute clinic last week or this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen Gigi, but she was in that all-star competition, skills competition, and then she absolutely cooked these poor children that she played against the next day. It was like it was unfair.
Did y'all see Elena Delle Donne out there hitting? Oh,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
man, I miss Elena Delle Donne so much.
Shout out to W, man. Like I've been saying, I dropped a video on social media. You are missing out if you're not tapped into the W. It's giving
one
you
of the
everything
league,
right
man.
now. It's giving
Fun
you
league.
everything.
Yeah.
Mars,
To me,
do you remember back in the old days when I wasn't allowed to bring up the W?
And every time you would bring it up, everyone in the chat would be like, "Here we go again."
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Ox, you're welcome. One of the things,
Real talk is the Caitlin Clark for you to be able to get your takes off now. Makes sense.
Hey,
you're doing God's work. Real talk.
To me, one of the things that has helped the W, and I think the NBA needs to kind of look at, was the fact that a lot of these players had to stay in college for 4 years. To me, the W has benefited a lot from carrying the momentum built up in college basketball with some of these players. Like, to me, what brought me back into watching the W was like Angel Reese in her run at LSU and stuff like that. The reason why Caitlin has such a fan base is because she captivated that in Iowa, right? She had to be there for 4 years. Paige had to be in UConn for 4 or 5 seasons. So I think, like, when you have to be at one place, you kind of garner attention in an audience and a fan base. And then if you translate that to the W, I think the W is proving that is a winning formula for growing a sport.
But it also, this is something I was talking with somebody about in Chicago. I agree with you that, like, you're building like name brand, name ID, people knew who she was, and Angel too, coming out of college, all that stuff is good. But then they don't hold foreign players, like Euro players, to that same age limit. And so there are players in the league who think, you've got younger talent coming in and like taking those jobs before the college kids can get out. So I just want, like, where are you guys on like leveling the playing field there, so that if you're not going to let college players come out earlier, then you shouldn't let, European players come over before they're 22.
What do you think the age limit should be, like 21 in the W?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna let European players crack the league before American college kids, then you're taking away potentially gigs from homegrown players who want roles, right? Like, now all of a sudden roster spots, there's only 15 teams, and you're like, yes, they're expanding, but like you're allowing Euro players to grab. All I'm saying is, I was talking to somebody when I was in New York after I saw you guys, who had played in the league, who was like, there's fewer jobs now because they're letting Euro players come over sooner. So at least like make the age limit the same.
If it's an age limit, what that is that's a job requirement. So that job requirement needs to be universal. It can't just be universal for here. It has to be universal across the board. So it can't just be 20 years old.
The Seattle Storm are really taking advantage of that, Ron. You guys
we're not playing.
You guys are
hey,
that's a fun team.
And you can't give nobody from Seattle an opportunity to take a shortcut, because that's what we gonna do.
Says a lot about Seattle.
Dominique, she gonna be.
We would have won that game last night too if she would have played, by the way.
But gonna be a problem.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to this start bench cut, though, while we are here. And then, John, we're going to get to the top 10 faces in the NBA. I have a start bench cut, 3 WNBA players. You guys let me know who you're starting, who you're benching, who you're cutting. It's fairly simple, but we just haven't done it on this platform yet. We got Caitlin Clark. We got Paige Buckets, obviously. And then we have Olivia Miles. Who are you starting? Who are you benching? And who are you cutting between these 3 guards? Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a very tough one.
Season, or just how good we think they are as players?
How good we think they are as players.
That's tough.
Paige might got to play 40.
Start Paige, bench Olivia, cut Caitlin.
I might flip Olivia and Paige, but I'm cutting Caitlin too.
I'm not.
Olivia and Paige would go either way for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Caitlin is out of there.
Ron hates this.
I do too.
Ron's like, what about Caitlin?
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
I think you should have known this was coming on.
I didn't. I thought you were going to be the only one that did this, and maybe the guy next to you. I didn't.
Well, no, Paige is playing 32 minutes. Like,
I mean, Paige just looked incredible.
Paige is playing 32.
I did not know she was going to be this good in the league.
Yeah, she's looking unbelievable, but Olivia's overall game, man, like I'm a fan just in general of passing, and like, man, her dimes, that might be the one that elevates me. But yeah, it'd be Caitlin's got to go.
They should have been on the same team,
Olivia,
Man.
Oh my God.
They should have been on the same.
Oh no, hey, God knew what he was doing.
Olivia overpasses sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes Olivia just be passing just to show off. Like, and that's not a knock. I'm just saying sometimes because she has that elite court vision. You know what I'm saying? She's just, well, it's all right, Olivia. Let's go get that bucket. You know what I'm saying? But
Wait, hold
I
on.
agree. I feel like Olivia could be averaging 25 plus. Like,
Olivia is cheating. It's something in them damn goggles. That girl is cheating. Hey, no, they need to check the prescription in them goggles.
Kareem was doing the same shit.
Yeah, but this was in a different time. They didn't even know. They didn't even know about that. Kareem came from the future, so like but Olivia, we in the future now. Like it's something in them goggles. I'm telling you, because the passing. Did you guys see the bounce pass through the legs?
Yes.
That came at
between the legs.
Yes.
God, we're hyping that.
Nah, it's more so like the pass wasn't all that difficult. Yeah, there it is. It's just her freestyling, just doing that.
Yes.
Like
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's like when somebody comes and you could just lay the ball up, but you do all that on the other side. It's
Kyrie,
yeah, the flair to it. Yes.
My favorite part about Olivia is the bink action though. That's just last night she pulled back at least three, 4 players. She snatched them because her first step is so elite. You got to react, right? Then she hang the ball out there and then cross you back, and now you way over there out the frame, and now she just setting up for a little cool. You know what I'm saying? She just cold, man. She cold.
So
but that's what Miles. You said what?
You starting Olivia?
As much as I love Olivia Miles,
no, he's not.
That doggone Paige is, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Paige is really good, man. Paige is one of the most complete offensive players I've ever seen, like, regardless.
Her footwork is insane.
Yeah. Elite 3-point shooter off the dribble, elite 3-point shooter, catch and shoot. Her mid-range pull-up game off the dribble is amazing. She can
take your ass in that. Yep. Take your ass in that post.
Yeah. She can pass. She can operate pick and roll at a high level. Like, that's one of the most complete offensive guards.
And she's a big guard too. And she's a big guard. Like,
y'all just wait till medicine get here.
Hey, so hold on, real talk.
I don't care about that one game. I don't care about that one game. That's one game.
Hold on, real talk. So what's your order?
Star, Paige, bench, Olivia, cut, Caitlin.
So me and Chill are the only ones up here that have some type of functioning going on upstairs.
You're cutting Olivia, Chill?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I gotta cut Paige,
watching some more Links games. Did
you say you're cutting Paige?
I think I gotta cut.
Yeah,
Paige,
you're just wrong at that point. If any
I'm not doing that.
Paige, you just
well, look. Here's the thing. I know you guys don't think you're wrong. Somebody is wrong in this thing. Like cutting one of these players, you are wrong.
Somebody
cutting one of these players, you're wrong.
Cutting Paige.
You're the one who came up with it.
What I'm saying is, well, yeah, this is tough. And what I'm saying is, cutting any of these 3 players is wrong. My thing is, first off, Caitlin's just the best player here. So, like, we that So that can go somewhere else.
Know that?
Do we know that?
Let's talk. But what I'm saying is, we don't got to debate this right now. I got me and Chill got.
No, we're not going to start on a faulty premise. We do not agree that Caitlin is just
okay. So we can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree because I would rather talk about this second part of it between Olivia and Paige.
Oh, we're all on the same page on that being a conversation. We're just discussing if it's them
if it's
one or two.
Starter bench. Yeah,
but we all of us, I think, maybe other than Ox. Ox kind of had Paige comfortably, but me, your name's John, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Me, John, and Roto all were on Paige, Olivia. You know, we see it either way. So we agree on that.
I'm very comfortably going with Paige. I think Paige is in a league of her, almost in a league of her own in this conversation.
I've got Paige, but
league of her own.
I think Olivia is so good. I'm fine having.
It's close.
So
I know I'm gonna come to the same conclusion.
Paige can do anything.
Wait, so Paige is the best guard in the league then?
Yes.
For you guys?
You know,
to my knowledge, yes.
You know I'm biased. So I'm not going to answer that question.
Biased to
because
what?
I'm just too biased.
Jackie or Chelsea? Which one? Chelsea?
Hey, hey, man, it's only 1 point guard. All right.
Oh my goodness.
But so I'm not going to answer that question because I'm biased because Paige is in a league of her own, y'all. Paige is different. And then you know who else is up there freezing their ass off in Toronto.
Marina a forward though. She more a wing.
Yeah,
hey,
you love Marina.
I think Ox likes Marina more than he like her game.
No, I like her game. What? That has nothing to do with this. Chill, I've been trying to tell y'all for years about Marina. Y'all just won't listen to me.
Marina is ridiculous.
Honestly, though, yeah. I think Paige is different. Then behind her, I would go with all these guards, including a healthy Sabrina. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good guards, but I think Paige is kind of showing that she just got something a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little different. And when she chooses to really get in that stance, she plays some defense too.
She do.
Paige is like basically Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie is a great comp.
What if he was like 6'6"?
But even better passer, like
great.
So she's more of an impactful offensive player because of like the passing playmaking element as well. So it's like this is one of the most skilled players I've ever seen in my life.
And then and much bigger, like relative to their leagues too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine Kyrie was like legit 6'4", 6'5". Like,
yeah, basically,
yeah, positionally bigger.
Like, imagine if Paul George was actually a dog.
Well, Caitlin Clark is a big guard as well. Like, Caitlin
Clark is. She's like 5'10", something like that.
She's about 6'1".
She's 6 foot, I think. Yeah. So,
chill. What order you got?
I'm cutting Olivia.
But
she don't understand the game yet. That's why.
I don't know why that's crazy. She's not better than Caitlin. I don't understand why that's crazy.
But hold on, no, you don't think she understands the game, or is Mars just?
No, Mars ain't trolling. No, I think that
she a rookie. There ain't no such thing as a rookie who understands the game. It just doesn't exist.
Chill, come on, chill.
What is she out here doing that show she doesn't
come out there? Chill, come out there on Prime Magic Johnson. She just don't understand the game yet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You can show up and be better than somebody. That happens. Let's not act like rooks don't show up and they better than other players. That's it. I mean, I'm not arguing that point. Olivia, I don't think she's better right now than Caitlin. No, I don't think she's better. I think she.
I genuinely don't know what Caitlin Clark does better.
I think a lot of her game. I think a lot of her game, and don't get me wrong, it is gorgeous, and it is. But like she got a lot of stuff to clean up. I think more stuff than Caitlin Clark does.
Chill, but she's a better defender than Caitlin. She's a better distributor than Caitlin.
No, she's not.
She is
not. No, she is not.
She's a better distributor than Caitlin Clark for the same reason you don't like Russell Westbrook's passing.
That's not the reason why I don't like Russell Westbrook's pass.
Chill. Talk about it. Wait. Hold on. Before you dig into that, Olivia finds different angles than Olivia's finding different angles than Caitlin too. She got the ability to move her body to a different angle to get a different pass. So while she might not have as much assist all the time, she is still finding different angles, different avenues to get her teammates involved. And she's getting downhill. And I think she's already stronger than Caitlin Clark too. You know what I'm saying?
You can be stronger than somebody and still not be.
All of this, and she's a showman with it too. So not only is she going to sell tickets,
that's where I was going.
Clark be showing out too.
She does. But she got
Olivia the best showman in the league though.
This is the same Caitlin Clark.
I'm watching Olivia make Flage uncomfortable. Where in Flage's defense, she did have to go back and forth from her and K-Mac. So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to have to guard Olivia and K-Mac in the same game.
But Caitlin did just give Seattle 45 and 10 and then 32 and
she was cooking and you didn't want to talk about it. And you didn't want to talk about it.
11 last night.
No, I did.
I think a lot of that stuff is
fantastic.
I think a lot of that stuff is. I think a lot of that stuff looks good on the surface, and I think Olivia is going to be much better than what she is right now. I don't think she's better than Caitlin Clark yet, but she's getting there.
She's like third in the MVP odds right now, though.
And Caitlin Clark finish second in MVP?
She came fourth
last year.
No, in her rookie.
Respectfully,
didn't
the
play
MVP,
last
respectfully, the MVP
Yeah, her
race
rookie
is
year she
over.
was fourth. Her rookie year.
Respectfully,
Yeah,
the MVP
for
race
sure.
is over.
Yeah, it's not really an MVP race.
I bet Caitlin gonna be in it in a second. If not today. Hey, if not today after last night's game. But hey.
No, when Caitlin, because she's going to have a stretch because of the shots she shoots are really variance based. So
Yeah, they are.
she's going to have a stretch of the season, and we might be here now where she's going to shoot like 38 to 41% from three on 8 to 9 attempts. And so the scoring volume is going to go up. She's going to be averaging 25, 26 for a good stretch on decent efficiency, right? While still maintaining the assist average. Now the turnovers are still going to be there, but like once she is giving you efficient scoring, to me, that is when she enters a conversation for like top 3 to 5 best player in the league, is because, you know, the scoring volume is there alongside the passing and playmaking. So again, Caitlin Clark is phenomenal, but inconsistent.
Yep. And just wait, because Olivia Miles is gonna hit her rookie wall, and then Paige is gonna
When is that going to happen?
Sophomore slump. That's it's coming. So
When is it going to happen?
y'all just remember sophomore slump and rookie wall. Just remember that.
Hey, also, this is a PSA public service announcement. Hey, Fee, glad you're back. Glad you're healthy. I'm happy that you can come back.
He about to start hating. He about to start hating.
Contribute to the best team in the league. However, I do want you to know the keys have been passed. The torch has been passed. This is no longer your team.
Oh yeah,
This is Olivia Miles.
man.
Olivia Miles is the best player on.
Thank you. Man.
I'm sorry. My bad, Ox. I'm sorry. I let him go that long with that. Like what?
He bumped his head.
Olivia Miles is the best player on the league.
If you take that hat off, he got a knot
she is
right
not.
here where he got up last night and fell over and hit his head or something.
Olivia Miles is the best player on the Lynx. So I mean,
She could be the best offensive player on the team. I'm not saying she is, but she could be.
She's not.
She's already a better offensive player than Fee.
But Fee's not the only player there.
Who's a better offensive player than
The K-Mac does exist.
Courtney Williams exists too.
we can
Super chest.
Look, wait, real quick. You can disagree with that, and I'm not even gonna fight you on it. But we're not just gonna just brush Kayla McBride off. Like we're not just gonna just Kayla McBride. We're not gonna do that.
in a conversation against Olivia Miles.
In this conversation,
we are.
Yes, in the conversation with Olivia Miles, absolutely.
And shout out to Tisha Heidelman too. You know, it's the reason she was in that 3-point competition. 6 for 10 last night, 33 points. Hey, I love my point guard. But anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. Top faces. Well, top faces of the league, or top potential faces of the league. But fellas, as of right now, who do we all have as our top 3 faces of the league? I'm gonna go around the room. I want everybody to give their candidates.
What happened? Where'd he go? Ron,
he lost his audio.
You need to keep up with the private chat.
LeBron. LeBron, Steph, Wemby.
We're talking about going into the season this year, right?
Yeah.
LeBron, Steph, Wemby.
Okay.
Wemby, LeBron, Steph.
Just at the same shot, in a different order.
But I have them in different order though.
We actually have to put it in order. I just said the names. Whoops.
If we're going order, I'll say Bron, Wemby, Cooper, Flag.
Order, I'll go Bron, Wemby, Steph. That's the order I'd go. Bron, Wemby, Steph.
Chill.
James, the Canadian, Wemby.
Oh, that's true.
Shea, for anyone who doesn't know.
Shea is not.
So, John, I know you have your top 10 list. Does anybody up here's top 3 faces of the league mirror yours?
Yeah, top 3 for me was Bron, Wemby, and then Steph. I think for exactly what we talked about earlier, like LeBron isn't the best player anymore, but it's his league, right? I mean, like,
Absolutely.
what just happened over the last month where we all just sat around waiting for him to make a decision? That was a really good reminder
Time of
that
day, brother.
it's this guy, and it's this guy until he decides he's not the guy anymore. But Wemby right there, right? I mean, and then Steph is still Steph. I think like when I was putting this together, part of it was, you know, like if somebody had said to me, okay, well, who would you throw up on a billboard? And so, you know, we'll put LeBron first, obviously. I think Wemby is right there. But then Steph is still Steph. And like whatever is going to happen in Golden State, maybe he asks out, maybe he doesn't. But in terms of like how you think about the league, it's hard for me to put him any lower than that.
I'm gonna Steph
If
leads
you
the
think
league in
LeBron
jersey
is still,
sales every
like-
year, and he wears the same jersey every year.
Yeah.
Like, ain't changed his jersey no once. Ain't even changed his jersey number. Should have been Golden State number 30 every year, and he still lead the league in jersey sales every year. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bron might
If
take
you
it this
think-
year because you're on a new team.
Yeah,
But
he's for sure. is.
Giannis
That-
as well,
he's
maybe.
gonna
We'll
be,
see. But Steph gonna be
Nah.
top 5, I guarantee it.
Yeah. If you think
Jaylen
LeBron
Brown
is still
too,
the face of the
Jaylen
league, I mean, I get it, but you know, I hate the because this just happened argument. Like, he's one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time, and we don't know if he was going to retire, so we have to be prepared just in case he does. Like,
The whole league stopped because LeBron James was making a decision about where he was going to go, to the point where the commissioner had to beg him to hurry up so they could make the schedule. If that's not the face of the league, I don't know what is. I mean, like,
if we didn't know where Wemby was playing next year, the same thing would have been happening.
Yeah, you can say that for a couple guys. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think
but that's
away
what.
from
But that's
happened
why I'm
with
saying,
LeBron.
like, because that happened to me, that doesn't prove that LeBron.
I think it's a little bit more
Is-
substantial with James, off
Yeah.
the strength of James. Is we're coming up to the end of his career, and we may have a retirement this year, so there's a lot more. at stake
and
than
also
Wemby.
there's
Right.
it's a one
That- I'm-
of
I-
two
that's what I'm saying.
conversation for the greatest player of all time, right? I mean, like if he's not the face, then who would be? Like,
Yeah.
who commands more attention? That's the way I think about it. Like, for the face of the league, who's commanding the most attention? Who ends up on the billboard? Who's getting the headlines? It's always LeBron. He's a genius at that stuff. Like when we're talking about like getting all of us to wonder what's happening, the media to follow him, like where's his every move. People are like dissecting planes that don't exist and pizza orders that are happening by the Sixers facility and all this stuff.
Sure.
Like nobody else is doing that in this league. It's LeBron, I think, and then like everybody else. I don't even think it's close.
Who's
Fair enough.
driving the watchability of the league right now? Who's driving viewership of the league?
James.
LeBron.
Wemby's doing a
Incorrect.
lot of that as well.
It
Wemby's
is
doing a
Wemby.
lot.
Wemby for sure. Yeah.
Well, it's more than one person, but Wemby is driving. I think as the overseas person, hello. I think people like Wemby have a very big impact in terms of the NBA's global market. Not in comparison to like LeBron. LeBron still is like Steph, but like the other like Shays of the world, for example, like Wemby having the overseas market in a way that Shea doesn't is like a big tip in his cap.
Mars,
I
you think
guess.
Wemby had more international appeal than Giannis?
I think if you ask most people to name 3 NBA players, the most overwhelming 3 you would hear was Bron, Steph, and Wemby.
Yeah, that wasn't my thinking. You know, like
Current players, obviously, like you'll hear Michael Jordan and Kobe.
Yeah,
Right.
So like you could like somehow argue that MJ is still one of the faces of the NBA just off like name brand.
He
alone.
is.
But like current players, I think the 3 you'd hear is Bron, Steph, and Wemby.
Yeah, I think Wemby has a much bigger shoe in this race than he's given credit for.
So you're already a size 20. I mean, how much bigger the shoe can get?
When it comes to face of the league, he might be a size 25. Like Wemby is comfortably in this. Now, it could be LeBron, it could be Steph, but it very well could be Wemby, especially after a finals run last year, after winning the unanimous DPOI. We could just talk about on the court. Off the court, Nike's new toy, if you will. He hasn't even dropped a shoe yet. when that shoe drops with that alien logo,
it doesn't hurt either that he leaned into being the villain with Knicks fans. Like Knicks fans love to hate on somebody, and now that they got another guy,
That did help.
elevates him too.
That
But
100% helped.
just by virtue of him, like because. And the reverse is true, right? Like I don't know where you guys are on the Knicks, just like for general fandom and rooting, but like I hate the Knicks. I hate New York. I hate all those teams. And so if they hate on a guy, then that makes me more likely to like that guy.
yeah.
Mars is laughing at me, but it's true. That's just what happens.
I'll be doing the same thing for the most part. Not with the Knicks, just in general, but I'll be doing the same thing.
That's part of the fun is like, okay, well, if you hate that guy, well, there must be something good, and I'll end up liking him.
I don't really have the beef with the New York Knicks fans, but I mean, I'm a Laker fan, so I've never really been in real contention.
But you know about the Celtics hate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like, well, what to me, John, I have a perspective that's kind of different. I don't really dislike any other NBA franchise because I don't think any other franchise is even worthy enough to be in contention with the Los Angeles Lakers. Like, so if I don't hate our children, they're like, you know what I'm saying? We're the standard.
You know what? In Philly, that hate is all we got, even though they just got LeBron. But before LeBron, that's all we had. So we got to find ways to amuse ourselves. So watching the Knicks win it all sucked. But the part where they were leaning into hating on Wemby, it was like, okay, he might be onto something here because if you can't be the hero, that villain's the next best thing.
I think another sneaky name is Ant. I think Ant would probably be 4.
Ant was 4 for me.
Yeah, I think in terms of like global recognition, I still think Kevin Durant is up there. But I don't think he has as much pull in the States as like Steph and Bron still have, which is why I wouldn't have him in the top 3 with them. But like KD and like the global stuff probably still would round out my top 5. So I'd probably have Bron, Wemby, Steph, and KD as like the 5 faces of the league. And then like Luka would come in, Giannis, Shea, Tatum.
I was about to say, Jason Tatum gets busy. He's right back in this conversation.
That's that part that you just hit on with SGA. I thought was interesting because I had him, I think, like 8, and that he won back-to-back MVPs, and that's as high as I could put him because there's like where you were saying Ant was 4. I totally agree. That's where I had Ant because Ant is so charismatic. He's incredible to watch. He's a joy to watch. He's amazing in press interviews. He's funny as hell. SGA doesn't have any of that. It's just his on-court stuff. And he's great. He's an incredible player, and he's got a chip, and he's got 2 MVPs. But there's like that lack of sort of personality or like willingness to engage with anything, I think hurts him.
Shea also just has bad PR, which, I mean, when it comes to face of the league, whether you have good publicity or bad publicity, it's all publicity. But I do think that holds him a bit further back. Like the overwhelming consensus on Shea, despite how false I think it is like the foul merchant, grifting, can't play without free throws, well, blah blah blah. Like it's just hard for that to be the face of the league over people who have a much more overwhelming approval rating, I guess would be what I'd call it. So that's why I think he'd be back into the top 10, despite being maybe the best player in the world. But it's not about that.
Do we think that LaMelo might take more of a step in the face of the league conversation, playing with Ant, going to a market like Minnesota as opposed to, being in Charlotte? Do you think
LaMelo's always
popularity? Yeah.
LaMelo is one of the most popular players in the league, so
right.
It can
help.
help.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think them 2 coming together could build it up, like for both of them?
For sure, they might be like the most box office backcourt in like the NBA. Like seeing LaMelo in the playoffs, like obviously you only get to see, and the injuries as well. Like you only get to see LaMelo from October to April. You might finally get to see him in May and June, and that kind of like obviously helps your brand. But in terms of popularity, I would say LaMelo's already up there. Like he came into the league, like Lonzo as well. Lonzo came into the league as one of the most popular players, most well-known players.
I really didn't realize how popular LaMelo really was, like until he got traded.
Yeah.
I didn't realize his popularity was as big as it is. Like kids
LaMelo,
love him. And I don't just mean
came in more popular than Ant. Like
I'm not gonna argue that point. Yeah, he absolutely did. I just didn't realize how much people like really followed him and really loved this kid because he in terms of his popularity, like they love him on IG, they love him on social media, and even in the NBA. I mean, they love this guy.
He's been in the spotlight for over 10 years at this point. Like,
and on top of that,
2015.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
because that was like
because when his
Lonzo's
father
senior year of high school was when LaMelo got popular.
Because you figure
LaMelo's freshman year. Well, he moved
absolutely.
Freshman year, yeah.
Because when his father said, if y'all remember, when Lonzo got drafted, his father was like, "My other boy better than him."
Yeah.
So we started watching more of LaMelo when he was at Domingo Hills.
He was at Chino Hills, and that was 5'10" LaMelo, like 13-year-old freshman.
Yeah,
2015, 16.
They had the show. Right. It was on TV.
Yeah, yes. Ball in the family, something like that.
Know.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't realize that he was. If he can, I tell you one thing: if he can put some wins together and let a deep playoff run happen with LaMelo Ball at the helm, I can promise you he's going to move up. He can move up that pecking order, and there's some people who will start talking about him a lot different than what they're talking about him right now.
He's pretty much a shoo-in to be remember what was it? Was it last year? 25? LaMelo was third in the fan voting for All-Star and didn't make the All-Star game.
No, it was second, Mars.
It was something high. Yes, I remember we spoke about it out there. Because then that's when I started pushing the All-Star game should just be based on the fan votes.
Yeah.
But LaMelo ranks highly in fan voting all the time for All-Star because of the popularity he has. Like, fans love it.
It's never happened before.
So these kids love LaMelo so much they're willing to risk getting ran over to run up to get a.
Can you believe that?
Get an autograph.
Believe that. That's nuts right there.
Where are you guys on Jalen Brunson? Like now that because New York market won a championship and was saying one of his criteria for winning for being the face of the league is that you should have won something, which I think was I don't think it's an absolute must, but it certainly helps. And to bring a championship to New York for the first time in 53 years is massive.
Well, we already
doing it in New York is huge.
We already got him in. He's already went from Jalen Brunson to now he's better than Chris Paul. He's better than Kyrie Irving. Like we now in that conversation with him now. Let them win it again. It's going to get even worse than what it's going to get in terms of his popularity. Oh, it's going to be an even bigger deal.
He has to start. No, go ahead.
I saw a post and I thought this was really interesting. MPJ and Jalen Brunson's at a club and MPJ got to get out the door.
Yes.
That tells you how big of a deal is. How big of a deal is he is in New York alone. Yeah. Like I play pro basketball here. Like it's not news that I play for the Brooklyn Nets. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson, I ain't even got to talk to nobody. Right this way, sir.
Yeah, Brunson probably top 10. Yeah, Brunson probably top 10.
As long as he follows up with a really good season this year, and he can't just based on conversation, the media, all that, he has to start strong. Like Jalen Brunson can't have a slow start to this season.
Yeah.
And if he has a good follow up and just continues to cook early in the season, I think his popularity is going to keep going. He's going to keep getting more and more respect.
Jalen Brunson isn't as big of a face as LaMelo.
You don't think he's as big a face as LaMelo?
I don't know if he was here, but we was just talking about LaMelo like 2 minutes ago.
Jalen Brunson's better than LaMelo though.
He won a championship with the Knicks.
I know that's not what we're talking about. Real talk. I just wanted to put.
I think that he's big. I think he's huge in New York. I think he's solidified.
So
Jalen Brunson is Jay-Z. He's Jay-Z basically is what you're saying. Like y'all love him over there.
When I think of like face of something, I'm thinking of somebody who can like. I don't know. If LaMelo Ball and Jalen Brunson are walking down the street in San Antonio, Texas, well, actually they play San Antonio.
Yeah, that's a bad example.
Yeah, if LaMelo, okay, I'll use my city. If LaMelo Ball and Jalen Brunson are walking in the Galleria in Houston, LaMelo Ball is getting walked up to take pictures more than Jalen Brunson. That's my opinion.
Maybe.
You can disagree.
Maybe in a city like
I also think LaMelo Ball, especially now that Jalen Brunson has won the chip and like New York is such a huge market in and of itself. But before then, I think that LaMelo Ball also like could drive product more than Jalen Brunson.
But real talk, if we're talking about a more sophisticated and distinguished city like Dallas,
LaMelo is still
or
getting
like
welcome.
Dallas or Denver or Chicago. You know what I'm saying? A more distinguished and sophisticated city. Yeah, they probably would go up to Jalen Brunson before LaMelo. But in a place like Houston, sure, you're probably right.
Facts.
All right, fellas. Well, we're going to go ahead and transition to these super chats. Before we do that, yo, John, where can the people find you at?
Are you guys here?
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not.
It'd be doing that sometimes.
StreamYard, I'm fucking up the church's money.
Yeah.
Look at my phone.
Yeah. But in the meantime, y'all, I'm gonna get to the super chats. I'm just gonna have John plug his social medias and let you guys know where you can find him, where you can find his work, and all of that good stuff.
Oh,
in the
okay,
meantime,
gotcha. For some reason, for some reason I couldn't hear Ron. I can hear the rest of you guys. I gotta jump because I gotta go do work stuff. But you guys can find me on Twitter, John Gonzalez. It's just my name. That's basically the only place I am. I just wanted to say thank you for having me, though, because I'm a big fan of you guys, and this was a lot of fun, and you guys are wild, and keep talking all your stuff, because that was so entertaining, and I had such a blast, and you guys crushed this, and all your success. I wish you guys luck. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Ox, tell him you got to come back soon.
Hey, John, we got to get you back soon, bro. Got to get you back.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I appreciate that. And it was nice meeting some of you guys in New York, and thank you again. Ron, I have no idea what you're saying, man, because I can't hear you, but I can hear everybody else.
Hey, Ox. Also, where can we see the article?
Talk to you guys.
John, where can we see the article? Where will we be able to
find CBSSports.com under the NBA tab. You can check it out there. It's on social, I'm sure, circulating somewhere. Yep. Check out all that stuff. Absolutely. But anyway, thank you guys. Yes, appreciate you.
All right.
Talk to you, brother.
Hey, real talk. Tell them how much you don't know ball.
As you were saying, Ron.
I don't want to lie to our guests.
That Jordan stuff was disgusting out of you earlier today.
No, the Jordan stuff was correct.
You showed out in front of
disgusting. The fact that we got 40 super chats and you start to read them, Ron.
I
swear to God, when I see this dude
boxing,
we are boxing when I see this dude.
It is disgusting, Ron. Especially
we are boxing when I see this dude.
I gotta go soon. Like, this is crazy. I'm trying to sit through the whole show.
No question.
My bad. I thought we was out there. It's the summertime. I thought we was hiding, but you know, if you niggas ain't really about it, then just say that.
We about boxing when I see you. That's what we about.
We in the gym, dog. I got a session in 45 minutes, man.
Can you believe that?
45 minutes.
Yeah, well, I got to drive. I got to drive to Sherwood, so it's not like I could just
get Ron out of here. I got you guys. Let's get this shit done. Oh wow, here we go. So I want to start the conversation with YouTube member Kirk Cousins Gaming. Shout out to Kirk Cousins Gaming. Absolutely.
Hey, shout out to Kirk Cousins. You know,
yes, sir. Kirk Cousins. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother.
You know how hard it is to be a Kirk Cousins fan in America?
That
it's not easy.
I don't know why y'all don't like Kirk.
Because he's a bum. That's why.
It's not easy to be a Kirk Cousins fan.
Who's this, Chill?
Chill. Wait, Chill. You know how much? You know what was harder to do? It was harder to be an Alex Smith fan. That was hard.
It was very difficult to be an Alex Smith fan.
That was hard.
Yes,
I agree with that one.
Yes, it was definitely.
I for sure agree with that. Yeah, who's this, Chill?
It says Ichiyu Chia. Double, Ichi.
Itachi Uchiha. This is a Naruto character. Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't know much about
him. Chill lock in.
He also became a member. Absolutely.
Shout out to Itachi or Ichiyu.
Yes, absolutely.
Ichiyu.
So
Ichiyu.
I apologize for getting to your super chat so late.
Well, we already read this one, Chill.
When you brought this one up, but Ron already did this one. Shout out to YouTube member Anthony McKee 940. Absolutely. Shout out to him. Let's see who else we have here. We have Spider Gang 56. This is why Ron ain't winning MVP. I don't care if I don't win MVP, but if I lose out to Ron again, it's gonna be some smoke in the city. That's all I gotta say. I ain't saying that I should win the league MVP. I ain't saying that at all. But if I lose to Ron again, yeah, we
that's how you know you on top.
It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, that's how you hey, standing on the top.
Yes.
Boy, life is a little different up here.
Kimon Gaming sent the $5 super chat. He said, Can we have an honest, nuanced conversation about illegal defense? Casuals out here thinking that double teams and help defense didn't exist until 2000s. Is that a fact?
The casuals that think that.
No, I had some Jordan fans, had their panties in a bunch with the last clip that got out, because I said that modern day players have seen more complex coverages than Jordan ever did, which is an absolute fact. Now, did I maybe exaggerate the fact that Michael's getting a clear side of the floor every time? Absolutely. I was being hyperbolic.
No, you didn't actually exaggerate that. That's a fact. The whole left side of the floor was cleaned out. That was going on. That was 100% going on. The whole right side of the floor got cleaned out. Like, you could not go below the free throw line. So we cleaning out the whole right side of the floor. We cleaning out the whole left side of the floor. Go to work. Patrick Ewing is on the other box. He can't come over here and help. That was going on, real talk. Yes.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a 1-4 though? When players do it nowadays,
the difference between a 1-4.
Like, I know you could send a double, but that doesn't happen to everybody.
Ron, the difference with the 1-4 is that guys are closer to the basket. You can clean the whole right side of a floor out. That means it's you and me, and the help can't come.
Chill. Last time I checked, and maybe I'm mistaken, these niggas want to shoot threes anyways. They don't want to be close to the basket.
Yes, they do.
When Anthony Edwards gets the ball at the logo and goes through his legs 10 times and shoots a step back three, that's what he wants to do anyways.
This is so dumb.
Steph Curry would rather do that. Like, we were talking about LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball would rather do that.
Defenses dictate what kind of shot
defenses are dictating.
Bro,
all right.
Look, if mind you, this is I'm gonna argue with somebody that don't nearly watch as much Anthony Edwards as I do. When Anthony Edwards is on the left side of, let's say Anthony Edwards has the ball on the left wing, right? The reason why Anthony Edwards is probably shooting a pull-up jump shot is because they're gap helping heavy. That's number one. And then number two, the person that's guarding Rudy Gobert is already pre-rotated to the strong side. So Anthony Edwards sees behind his defender and sees, oh, they've already cut off the lane. Let me
can't do that in 1990, Ron.
So what about Jason Tatum?
What about him?
He does just like.
Okay, so that goes to my point of these guys in this era want to shoot threes. That's what they want to do.
Yeah,
some of these guys can't get to the rim.
Be that as it may, like, the rules are different, like, and that's just a fact. But I want to ask you, real talk, like, what is wrong with being? I think everybody should be a Michael Jordan fan. I think everybody should be a LeBron James fan. Everybody should be a Kobe Bryant fan. Everybody should be a Steph Curry fan. So I don't understand why it's always this derogatory thing, like, oh my God, I'm talking to Bron fans and Bron sexuals and Zesty Jeffries and all that type of shit. Like, if you love basketball, you should absolutely be a fan of all these amazing basketball players.
Who's not?
Speaking of amazing basketball players,
you know what I'm saying?
Since we're on the subject of amazing basketball players, well, since we're on a fan of amazing basketball players, Ox, who is the greatest to never win the MVP? The greatest player to never win league MVP, and thanks for that.
Dwayne Wade never won the MVP.
Leonard never won the MVP. Your man, Elgin Baylor never won the MVP.
Who did?
Hey, real talk. You got one. I'm not gonna ask you. Chill.
I think it's Wade.
Well, I don't want to ask you. Chill. Ron, who you got? Never mind.
Oh,
Ron. Who you got? D Wade or Kawhi?
Jerry West. Elgin Baylor never won it neither.
Yeah. I thought you would. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry West actually is the answer.
I got Chris Paul.
Jerry West never got an MVP?
Nope. Yeah, Oscar Robertson won it too. Oscar Robertson won it during that time. Yes, sir. Never won. Never.
Crazy.
Nope. So, Tupac Westside, my man, said most of Russ's teammates love him. I think he can help Dallas and Miami. I do too. You
don't know what most of anything. Like a couple people did come out and say, like, yeah, he's a good guy in the locker room. But you know how many teammates he's had?
A bunch, especially playing on 7 different teams in 7 years. That ain't including the other 12 years that he played. To your point, Ox, that's a fact.
They all love him.
We got a couple of members chats. Ryan, is it 2
y'all hear that?
Yeah, he became a new member. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, y'all don't. Okay.
You got something in the background? No, I don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
You got a good mic.
Really Way 10, member for 11 months, said maybe a dumb question, but can a player peak past or before their prime? Is it possible to not peak in your prime?
No, what's his name? Because if I do actually, I'm gonna be mature. I'm gonna be mature. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
What did I say? Real Wavy 10? Is that his name?
Railway, yeah.
Yeah, Railway v. Tank.
Ron, don't be petty, bro.
Why not?
We got another members chat from Star Scream 11203. Westbrook also underperformed in the playoffs. Yeah, a bunch of guys underperformed in the playoffs.
Well, chill, you didn't let us answer Rail's question though. I think you can absolutely like your offensive. Your athletic prime and your peak don't always line up.
They're not the same.
I just want to say,
yeah, they're not the same. Like Shaq's athletic prime and his peak are two different. Like his athletic prime, I think he was the best athlete from like 93 to like maybe 98.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his athleticism started to slow down like around 02, 03, but he still was awesome. I still think that he was on that peak Shaquille O'Neal time at that point. So,
so like to my goodness in the chat, like Penny peaked young, but his athletic prime was hampered by injury.
I don't think Penny peaked at all, to be honest with you. I don't.
Right.
I don't think
everybody peaks. Like you like everybody has a peak. Like we can all agree that his peak was probably going to be 99, 2000, 2001 if he doesn't get hurt.
Okay, I can get with that.
But where he did peak in 94 and 95 was awesome.
Good Lord.
Oh, he was about to be the GOAT.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. We got another members chat from
Penny clears SGA.
Cottrell Hill. Yeah, Cottrell Hill 8820. Ron funds a pro soccer arena in Oklahoma City. He can come home. Is that a fact, Ron?
Russ.
Oh, Russ funds a pro soccer.
Chill.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Get chill out. You know what? Get chill out of here. You're killing us, chill.
Matter of fact, right here, Players' Choice is now called Grill Chill. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Real talk. That's you in the background.
Oh yeah, we can hear it now.
See, yeah, that's they doing a line.
What's your roommate doing?
For a second.
They doing line out there.
You got some landscapers out there.
That's landscapers or your roommate?
There's landscapers out there.
The landscapers could be your roommate.
No, not my roommate.
Oh, okay.
So, Edu, PGs that peaked higher than Russ, in my opinion. Curry, Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, Magic, CP, Nash, Shea, Walt Frazier, Jason Kidd, Luka, Harden in 21, Penny.
Edu, keep that chump ass $5.99 next time.
See. Is it Damo? Damo 1121 said, how many point guards all time for a peak will y'all actually take over Luka Doncic?
Start with Penny.
That's tough.
So better than like peak Luka. So like what, like 24 Luka in this past season, I'll probably say.
It's not many that I would take over like 24 Luka. It's not. I'd be lying if I said that.
Luka was bad.
That I would take a bunch over him because
it's a short list. It's a real short list.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Luka might really get that MVP this year, y'all.
Do that Tootsie Roll said that. Do y'all like Tyrese Maxey in that Kyrie role for Braun this season?
Hell yeah.
I don't mind him playing off the ball. I don't want the ball out of his hands that much because I don't want James to have that much responsibility because we got an issue at the 4 spot that James is gonna have to play. That's why I don't like the fit as much as a lot of y'all.
That's his position though, Chill. He's a power forward.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want the ball in his hands that much. I don't want to take away, but I do like Maxey off the basketball.
I like it, Chill, especially if he so he's playing that power forward role. If he's initiating the offense, that allows like VJ and Jaylen Brown to move a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese to stay up high with Bron. It allows Joel to, if he can move well, set those high pick and rolls.
Who's rebounding, Ox? Like all that stuff he's doing on offense is who's rebounding?
Bron rebounds. Joel rebounds. Jaylen Brown rebounds. These dudes rebound. VJ VJ averaged like 6 rebounds last year or 5.5.
Your problem with James your problem with James when he was in Los Angeles was that he ran out of gas. If you remember when he played against Denver, like he did get run out of gas because he had to rebound. He had to fight with Aaron Gordon
that was in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
This is a different group. Bron and Joel are gonna have the ability to load manage. And
are they going to have the ability to load manage, considering the East is going to be a nightmare?
Absolutely.
Like, we ain't going to have that many nights to take off.
It's going to be a nightmare because Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown are together. Like, they're going to be okay. Like, they're not going to have to play. Like, let's say if Bron plays 65 games and Joel plays 55 games. You know what I'm saying? Those games don't got to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can alternate them, play. They could play 30 games together, and then them dudes can fill in as it goes, and they can still win 56 games.
Fair enough. Yak Man sent $4.99. Thanks, Yak. We appreciate you, brother. Absolutely.
Shout out Yak Man.
Yes, sir. Sheep 1324. I'm surprised Mars let that John Stockton top 4 go. Watching those Jazz and Bulls series, a lot of passing. It's supposed to be passing the ball into the post was going on. Top 4. Yeah, that was that's what point guards do. Sheep. They pass the ball.
What I don't know what you mean by why did Mars let it go? Like, what was Mars supposed to do?
No,
because John Stockton isn't a top 4 point guard of all time, so he's asking why. Like,
that's really what that was about.
Yeah.
Speaking of point guards, John Wick.
Real quick. Zigsaw says, "Ox, remember that they got to play Philly. They got to play Boston, Toronto, and the Knicks. Nobody give a damn about Boston. Do you know what Philly about to do to them this year?
So nobody give a damn about Toronto either.
Not too fast.
Easy, Ron. Easy.
They'll probably split with Toronto.
You know what it really is? It's like, all right, Scotty Buns, you go guard Tyrese Maxey.
Here we go.
Kawhi, you go guard Jaylen Brown. Joel Embiid and LeBron, you guys go crazy. It's really what it's gonna be.
Nah, Philly gonna beat up on Toronto too. Like Philly gonna beat up.
Tatum finna average 38 against Philly this year.
In 4 L's.
They're gonna lose.
He finna come.
4
they're
L's.
gonna win too.
And Jaylen Brown gonna be locking his ass.
Tatum is going to make it a point that the Celtics beat Philly.
Jaylen Brown and Dean Wade finna have that boy looking like.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown finna be getting cooked.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say. You remember how Jaylen?
Y'all still on this damn. We still on them.
Yeah,
we still on them. We still on that. Still on the silver dollar.
you thought Jimmy had him shook? Wait till y'all see what Jaylen do.
I can't. To be honest with you, real talk, I gotta bounce. But real talk, I can't wait to come up here after Philly and the Celtics play and we get that 42-11-7 game and they serve Philly from Jason Tatum. I can't wait.
Be right up here.
I
can't wait till that happens.
I can hear it all in your voice, Chill. You don't even believe that.
I 100% believe that.
That's why you got to bounce.
I 100%.
Because you don't even want to get into it.
I want to get into it. I just got to go. That's the problem.
You sound so unsure.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd scram too.
Scramming.
All right, y'all. SF 49ers 24 won't make the playoffs this year, but shout out to you because you made our members list. Salute to you. What do you know? SF 49ers 24 said if KD had Jason Kidd, he would have never left the Thunder.
That's a fact.
I'm not even gonna push back on that.
They would have never lost to the Warriors.
I'm not even gonna push back on that.
The most ISO heavy team in the league that particular season.
They wouldn't have been with Jason Kidd,
Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant. So,
but they wouldn't have been with Jason Kidd. Everybody would have got involved.
I'm really not going to
everybody that was in the
Andre
jersey.
Robertson,
Anthony Morrow. Everybody on that team would have got much better looks. They wouldn't have to stand around watching Russell Westbrook run full speed into the stanchion.
Right, he would have been kicking it to Andre Robertson.
Would have been getting him involved because those are professional basketball players, and you got to know how to use those guys.
All right, Dre Knows Ball sent through $9.99 and said, hot take, 08 Kobe is a top 2 carry job of the modern era. Only 18 Braun I can say is better, and even that's debatable. Kobe had the Lakers top 3 before Powell fractured his finger, played all 82.
Yeah, people do forget in that 08 season that the Lakers were already on the top half of the Western Conference before Pau Gasol even got traded over there. while he was playing with Kwame Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's weird with Kobe. Like between 05 and 09, I just don't think Kobe gets enough praise that he deserves. Especially 08 and 09. Like people act like Kobe really fell off. You know what's funny about 08? 08 Kobe? In that summer, he played on the same Olympic team as, well, the top players in the league. And there was a clear, distinct, like, it was clear as day who was the best player out there. Like, yeah, the other niggas
Kobe was the best player out there. Like
that's the point I'm making, though. And so, like, what 08 Kobe doesn't get hyped as much as he should.
Well, we got
like not at all.
We got to remember what Kobe was coming back from at that time. So I know it's not on the court stuff.
Yeah, Kobe's PR was terrible during that time.
That's just the fact. That's something that we got to understand. Like Kobe wasn't the most popular or loved guy in a lot of circles at that time. So
I actually do think he was the most popular player in the league as far as just like people know who that is, but he was also the most polarizing by a mile. And probably the most hated at that time as well. And it wasn't just the Colorado thing. It was like the bad teammate thing that he was fighting. You're the reason why Shaq left. There was a short period of time in which LA people wasn't even rocking with Kobe like that for real. So like,
well, you know how LA people are. They with you one day, without you the next day.
Well, if I was a Lakers fan, I'd absolutely be mad at you for running Shaquille O'Neal off too. So.
I mean, he didn't run Shaq off. They didn't want to pay Shaq another max contract, so that's what really.
There's a lot more. There's a lot to it. Like I would be upset too.
All right, Bob Solo sent through $9.99 and said, "Glad New York hate from a New York guy." No, Knicks won.
He's talking about from
yeah, he a Philly guy though.
Right.
But he said Knicks won, and your hate proves teams hate for hate, no context. How many teams with a better playoff run than the Knicks? Stop hating and learn to adjust. Brunson closer king. Brunson's the closer king. Go New York, go.
He didn't say New York guy though, Ron. He said glad New York hate from a new guy. Man, you and Chill fucking up today, bro.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Chill's rubbing off on me. You know, I would have been cool if he would have just let me do my thing. But you know, Chill wanted to jump in, grab the wheel for 2 exits.
All right, bro. I got to slide though. I can't be late. All right, John.
All right. Go coach that bum ass team. All right, Jonathan Frazier said 32-4-7. Oh, hey. 32-4-7 on 64.3, 57, 100 splits for the best point guard in the W. The day the Iowa shooting efficiency, 46, 38, 86, kicks in, it is over. It's real quiet. Let's go.
Yeah, when she starts making the baskets that she shoots, we will have different you are absolutely correct.
We're having different combos right now. She just finally stepped out of that, you know, and it was a slow year. I understand why Paige and Olivia would get into her realm because she stepped back, but now she's back to herself. So she stepped out of that forward to the next level. Shout out to Caitlin, man.
Right. Every time they play a mid to bad team, she goes crazy. And then every time they play some comp, she's mid again.
When do they play each other?
They actually play. You know what? Do you want to watch that game with me?
I thought
they play Sunday. Ask. They play Sunday.
Sunday.
Olivia Miles and Caitlin play Sunday at 1 Eastern.
At what time? 1 Eastern?
Yep.
1 Eastern, so that's 10, 11. That's 10. All right. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can make adjustments to my schedule.
Okay.
You know, I got an early Sunday morning appointment. You know, I gotta beat the devil out of somebody, you know. Yeah. But you know, I can move that to it could be an evening service, you know.
Okay.
Arian Fogel said the Russ propaganda is insane as an OKC fan. He's the most disappointing run. Compared to the guards Chill mentioned, PRA Merchant originated with him.
The discrediting of stats did kind of start with Russell Westbrook because we didn't want to acknowledge that just because he averaged a triple-double, that means he's better than like LeBron or Steph Curry. So he was kind of like the start of that.
You guys did Russ bad. Really, y'all didn't even deserve Russ. The NBA did not deserve Russ. Y'all did Russ so disgusting. But it's all right. Next generation will really appreciate just how great Russ was. It's all good.
He's definitely better than Isaiah Thomas and John Stockton and all of them.
And he's better than J. Kidd? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got him better than J. Kidd.
Where you have him at all time? Point guard.
I would have to sit down and think about that. I think I have him in my top 5 though. I want to say I have him in my top 5, probably like 4th or 5th, but like in there though.
That's a good ass point guard, y'all. That's a damn good point guard. All right, Culture Bandit sent through $4.99 and said, Ron, why did I get timed out? I didn't even do anything yet.
It's the fact that they knew you was finna do something, so they timed you out before.
Culture, I can't speak. I don't time anybody out. And if I timed you guys out, I would say it live on the show, and you would know I was timing you out. That'd be these guys. I don't. I want y'all here.
I don't time out Culture. I don't have a reason to time out Culture. That's not somebody. Now, like Z07. I've timed him out of time or two.
Damn, Zio. It's all right. Keep doing what you do, Zio. Nemo Get To It said, who was better, Cade or Penny?
I'm very high on Cade Cunningham.
I am too.
I think he's definitely going to be, when his career is all said and done, he's going to be in these talks that we were having today.
This was Cade's 4th year? 5th year? 4th, right?
21 or 22 draft?
Yeah, it's got to be his 4th year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact year Penny got hurt. I think it was year 4. But Penny was better as a rookie. Penny was better as a second-year player. That's like without a doubt. Year 3, Cade closes the gap, but I still think I got Penny. If Cade is in his 4th year, we could definitely have some talks.
Yeah, so last year was his 5th year.
Okay.
Damn, he already going into year 6. It don't feel like that because like he had that 1 year, his second year in the league, he only played 12 games, so like it didn't feel like. But yeah.
All right, NY Kareem 2001. You guys know who Kareem is, and the funny thing is, not only did he become a member, he probably upped his membership because Kareem knows that he potentially might be winning Goofy of the Year. He's in that race. You never know. Kareem might get a chat award. So shout out to Kareem, man. I don't know if that's the award you want, but hey, an award's an award. So Kareem, pull up on Friday. We'll see if you can do the damn thing. Friday, chat awards, same time, same place, right here on Players Choice. I can't wait to see who wins all these good awards. The voting is over now. So even if you do want to vote now, it's a little too late.
I need to be walking away with at least 2 of them things.
Which 2 awards?
Clip, phrase. I'm low key the MVP this year too.
What you in the Rookie of the Year race too?
Oh, if I'm in that, to win that too.
You want to be Olivia Miles so bad. I'm in the MVP race and I'm Rookie of the Year. I stepped into the league and was in.
I'm on my Olivia Miles shit. I don't know what to tell you, man. You know
more Magic Johnson though.
Next super chat. You know what I was just thinking about? That's that's a contradiction. People say, I know this is going to be very random, but the relative to league thing or relative to era, they'll use that to say that's how they judge players. But then, like when Chill or somebody brings up that, oh, such and such was the best player in the game when they played, the counter for a lot of people would be, well, if they played when LeBron played, he wouldn't be the best player. So they use that as a knock. But shouldn't it still be a positive that during his time, he was the best player in the league? Like if we do relative to era?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
That don't even make sense.
I haven't flushed it all the way out yet, but I think some people pick up what I'm saying.
I mean, I think so.
Mm.
All right. Arian Fogel said also Harden, Mitchell, and Dame sent him home. Westbrook should have been traded instead. I believe we would have won a chip. Oh man. Turnovers and ill-advised shots. That's all he's gonna be remembered for. But shout out to Russ, man.
They do make it seem like that is though, you know. Like Russ, the only PG out here turned the ball over a lot. Now, did he turn it over a lot? Yes. But Jason Kidd turned it over a lot. Steve Nash turned it over a lot. Like, a lot of these players. Magic Johnson turned the ball over a lot. A lot of these players turned it over, you know.
Weren't players in the playoffs just giving the ball up? I remember, wasn't SGA averaging like 4 or 5 turnovers during one of them series? Maybe 2 of them series?
Was K for sure.
K just giving it up. I remember it was a point where Jalen Brunson was giving the ball up. But hey, let Russ do it though. Nightmare Comics said, "Can we at least agree it goes 7?" Oh, this was the Warriors versus Bulls.
Yeah, I'm tired of you Jordan niggas too. I'm tired of y'all. Y'all are the worst as far as idolizing a player. Nobody does it more than Jordan fans. You niggas swear he was Jesus Christ. In fact, the fact that somebody called him Jesus Christ is part of the problem. It's part of the problem. It's part of the problem. 96 Jordan better than 09 Wade. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, 96 Jordan made Wade go bald in 09.
That's not.
Or was that 08? That was 08, right around that time.
That was the summertime from, going into.
What was his Olympic number?
D-Wade?
Yeah. Huh?
Was it 10? What was it?
Nah, that was Kobe. Huh?
I actually don't know what is it. Just say it.
Keep in mind, keep in mind, just because you idolize somebody doesn't mean you can't be better than them. But I'm just saying, like 96 was kind of who 09 wanted to be like, but
no, 09 Wade is better than 96 Jordan. Oh my God.
448 Damon said the 2024 Celtics are beating any legendary team before 2010 in a 7-game series and blowing them out by 20 plus in two to 3 of those games.
I mean, if you're doing that based off like the math, I guess, sure.
I don't buy that. It's just because like teams would make adjustments and that's just not how basketball goes. Like even like real talk, if you're playing 1-on-1, and I know 5-on-5 isn't 1-on-1, but I'm just giving you an example. If you're playing 1-on-1 versus me and I'm just a knockdown 3-point shooter and we're playing 1s and 2s, I'm not just gonna blow you out just because I shoot 2s and you get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like it just does not work like that. You would think it works like that, and that's how that sounds good. That I win the math game. Yeah, 2 is more than 1, and I would have to make less shots to win, but I still have to make those shots. And then I still have to stop you on defense.
That is true. And I think for an 82 game sample size, that math thing is like correct. But like Ron said, what if in a series you're shooting the threes and you're not making them? Then what? or you can't guard the other team from stopping twos, from scoring twos. And now their twos are more efficient than your threes.
And your and ones and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
All right, 448 Damon said old players are not as good as new players. ... And that's okay. Damn. You better be lucky Chill wasn't here for that. We got a new member by the name of Lamar Go 74. Shout out to Lamar Go. Brian Cook sent through another super chat and said, Ox, what does Steph's peak defense actually look like to you? I thought he was decent at his best. He was all right. He wasn't. Right. He wasn't just completely fooled, but he also wasn't like all that great.
He did a great job of staying out the way. That's one of the credits I'll give to him. He did a great job of when he was getting hunted.
Steph used to get the fuck out of there. Like, not me. Yo, stay. That is one thing I give Steph. He will fight through them screens. You are not switching on me.
Yeah. Hedging and recovering. Great.
Man.
Great at it.
Shout out Steph. Jason Grillionaire, a Hall of Famer, sent through a members chat and said, among the athletic players in the NBA, is Russ on that Bron and Jordan tier, or is he below?
I'll say he's on that tier. I peak Russell Westbrook, that's the most athletic point guard of all time, in my opinion. So
on the court, no, just because Bron and Jordan were so physically imposing. But if we're just talking about flat out athleticism, like Russ has a case to be the most athletic basketball player ever. But in basketball terms, like, nah. I mean, in terms of just running, jump, running, and just ability to move and just be a freak athlete. Russ is in that conversation.
But why take it off the court though? Like,
well, because like Russ is because Russ at 6'3". So if I'm talking just overall athleticism, that's just kind of just it's how fast you can run, it's how high you can jump in terms of just like your vertical, it's your lateral movement and all of that. Like Russ is one of the craziest freak athletes ever. But if we're just talking about on the court, like the bigger you are, the more you could do, just because, you know, just because that's just how basketball works. So Bron being that athletic at 6'9", Russ just can't do the same things he could do at 6'3". So that's why I'm saying
no, he's not a Bron. He's not Bron, but I think Bron's the greatest.
But even then, though, does his size, is that a part of his athleticism?
Yeah. But I think like
if that's the case,
for Russ being like 6'4", strong as hell, fast, explode. I think he's also like maybe the most explosive athlete in NBA history. Not as far as like how high he's getting, but how quickly he's able to get off the ground. Like, I don't know, man. Russ up there for me. Like somebody just like he said, KD a better athlete than Russ. I don't.
Hell no.
I get like how you could come to that conclusion.
Hell nah.
7 feet tall and the fluidity and agility and speed at that side. Like I get, but like no, I just don't agree.
KD's more of an alien. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, he's more of a like physical traits. Like he's more of like he's more gifted in that sense, like being 7 foot with long arms and able to, you know, how you just outlined everything being fluid and can run and jump. But if we're just talking about just athleticism, Russ clears.
Yeah. Russ explosiveness is one of one.
But with that being said, though, like in terms of just specimens, like if I could take one of their prototypes and just build on that, I would rather.
I am taking KD.
Yeah, I would definitely rather be
for
KD.
The basketball. Yeah.
All right, big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn said the Nets will have great offense with a great guard duo.
Sure.
Interested to see Mikal Brown and Igor.
Wade or Russ athleticism, like peak.
Damn.
I'm probably taking Wade, but like by the slightest of margin.
I think I got.
Because one thing about Wade at his best was heavy.
He was,
but like Wade was like 220 when in 09. Like
Wade was a monster.
Yeah,
it's just Russ was so like Wade was crazy explosive. Russ was like Russ is something where it almost doesn't even seem like it was real. It seemed like that was like a movie or a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, D Wade was like that too. But Russ, like, do you remember Russ in the open court where he would just it'll literally be him going from getting a rebound or an outlet to him just dunking some shit.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with him in the half court. It'll be Russ dribbling up here, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 bang.
Yeah, I think Russ, he's the most explosive. Like nobody is he's from point A to point B in a matter of blink of an eye. That's Russ. Like it was that play he has. I remember where he gets like the inbound. I think it was, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
He was at home.
It was like the Jazz or something like that.
Takes it, and then before you know it, he's at the rim.
Yeah.
Like this. And I'm like, oh.
That shit was crazy.
That was crazy. It was just a regular play, too. It wasn't even like
crazy.
The shot clock was going down or nothing. It was like,
I guess Philly.
Russ just does this, I guess. John Wall is faster. I'm not mad at that. Top end speed, John Wall was.
Yeah, it just still. John Wall was fast. It still didn't look like Russ, though.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. Russ's athleticism is like violent. It's like you could tell he is getting somewhere quickly. Players like D Wade, like I don't think as I got older, I started peeping how like fast Dwayne Wade was.
Yeah, because
it's like smooth. It doesn't look, like how you have some cars where like we used to have like a Mercedes S550 97, and at that time, they're making vehicles with real metal. So the heavier the car, you pushing 100, but it don't feel like that. Because you're not feeling the bumps in the road and stuff like that. You just floating. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like some of these newer cars that are made with actual metal, like you're going 100, but you can like tell you're going.
The car damn near vibrating. It's damn near off the ground.
Yeah,
All right, 448 Damon sent through another $4.99 and said, "Yo, chill sucks." I'm 2 hours back. He just said J Kidd is better offensively than Iverson.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one.
I agree, man. This old nigga is weak. This is a weak ass old nigga. I agree. Everybody in here, don't tell him I said that. It's between us. But I agree with everything in that super chat. All right, y'all. But last but not certainly least, Void Century YT sent through a members chat and said, talk about the welcome to the dub moments going on.
Rookies out here getting torched with real rookies. Rookies out here getting torched.
Could have been talking about Flage. Maybe Flage or
lately.
Awafam. Maybe.
Now, Flage did get a lot of that 45 from Caitlin, though. She did do that. I like that Seattle team, though. I ain't gonna lie. I do like tomorrow. Watch y'all. I get it. Y'all got a bright future over there in Seattle, man.
All we need is that one girl from Notre Dame, and then hey, we get Hannah, it's a wrap.
I'm interested in seeing how Hannah like.
Oh, I'm glazing all year. I'm glazing
like
all year.
Hannah's small, so I do want to see like what that looks like.
But all right, y'all, we about to get up out of here. Y'all know what time it is. Tomorrow we have our members only stream, and then right after that, we got the Chat Awards. Mark your calendars. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Real talk has been real. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir. Peace.